I just gotta know if you're gonna stay. You just gotta know. 'Cause I can't have it any other way. Well, I swear she's destined for the screen. The closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen. And they come unstuck, later running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna feel left unharmed. I love you when you're singing that song, and I get a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Weep for yourself, my man, you'll never be what is in your heart. Weep, little lion man, you're not as brave as you were at the start. Rake yourself and take all the courage you have left. Waste it all on fixing all the problems that you made.
I'm not your performing fucking seal.
Do the song.
I can't remember it now. I forgot the words. Instantly, I've forgotten the words. So, shut up.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Happy Hour. We are broadcasting live, as usual.
Yeah. And for the first time this year, Merry War on Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, stupid Scott Walker tried to make the argument that because when you search your emojis for Christmas, a tree comes up, that a Christmas tree is Christian.
Even though it's definitely a pagan thing.
So definitely a pagan thing.
Yeah.
Like, not
Which
even...
is cool. Like, I don't mind. It's like protecting the fucking spirit of the trees or whatever. That's cool. I'm down with that.
Or just, like in the winter, you want to bring some greenery in the house to sort of, cheer things up a little bit. It looks nice.
No, it's the tree spirits, which are definitely a thing.
Okay.
No, but it's actually quite nice, like being in touch with nature and stuff, and the fact that we actually rely on these things.
Yes.
That's true. That's nice.
One of the things I like about living in Cologne is that, when I moved here, I started with Carnival, which is like partying in the autumn. And then we have the Christmas markets, which means that there are beautiful Christmas lights all over these big public spaces, at 4:00 in the evening when it starts to get dark. And then you drink some wine, mulled wine, and it's gorgeous. And then in the spring, they have like white asparagus season. And then there's a wine festival. But it's very seasonal. Like, it's still, life here is tied still very much to the seasons.
Yeah. So anyway, how are you, Krista?
Yeah, I think on balance, okay. And yourself?
I am absolutely filled with the dread of existential human crisis, because what's the point of life, really? But other than that, great.
To work and pay bills, mostly.
Yeah, exactly.
That seems to be what I do.
Human existence is futile.
Yeah, I mean, we have nicer things, but it's basically the same thing that's been going on forever.
Although, to be fair, peasants in the Middle Ages didn't get like porn on the internet, so
no, they did not.
That.
No, so that's definitely an argument in favor of modernity.
Well, that's what the people say. What period of history would you want to live in? Why the fuck would you want to live anywhere but like now?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, well, you could possibly make the argument for a few years ago, maybe pre-Trump, but in terms of like technology and life expectancy and stuff, when people say ancient Rome, they had shit literally floating in the streets.
Yeah.
The smell would have been fucking unbearable. Jesus,
definitely.
That alone.
Yeah.
And their solution to fire brigade problems were just knock down some buildings and hope it doesn't spread, which never really worked. So occasionally the whole city would burn down. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I have to say that even though I have a romantic attachment to the time period of the Middle Ages and moving into the Renaissance, I wouldn't want to live in a place where they were just dumping urine and feces out of their upper story windows.
Yeah.
Horse manure in the street.
Yeah.
There's actually an old-fashioned term that we've now no longer use, but if you look it up, it's actually a word. It's to be beshitted.
Sounds amazing.
Yes.
I think I've gotten so drunk I've definitely beshitted.
It means to have shit all over yourself. I'm like, oops, I'm spelling it incorrectly.
Imagine that, you fall over in the street, which would be bad enough in of itself, and then you're just covered in other people's piss and shit.
Yeah, or you're going along and a horse goes by.
Yeah, exactly. There's just a horse shitting outside my house, and that's normal.
Beshit. We have to...
Beshit my beating heart.
Yeah.
No, that's a different thing.
So if we go to Wiktionary, where's the actual definition? It's the third person singular simple present of beshits.
Oh, naturally. I mean, I knew that bit. Come on. Give me a definition.
Oh, but actually give us a definition. They're just giving us like the grammar of it. But it literally, to soil with excrement, to shit all over.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes. To soil with excrement. Ooh, how to use beshitted in a sentence. Let's find out.
Oh, good Lord.
This one has been a fun entry to write.
Yeah.
The boat they left was sunk up and beshat with pigs and chickens.
Beshat?
Yeah. Oh, even better. On Sunday, we brought the cats over. En route, one threw up all over her carrier, and the second beshat herself.
Beshat. Oh, God.
Yes.
That's...
And then there's beshitting, and beshits. If you... He beshits himself. There you go. There's your educational. This is what you come for, people. Really.
Exactly. You've learned something there. Why have you left beshits on the screen? Oh, no, that's Stephen Miller. Okay,
yeah,
never
it's
mind.
a different shit. Beshat.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I love the English language.
Stephen Miller's mere presence in the White House beshat the American nation.
Pretty much. Everyone start using beshat, beshitted, beshits.
Beshits. Actually, Beshits sounds like a small town in sort of eastern Russia or something.
Mithril in the chat writes, Nigel Farage's Brexit Party.
Yeah, Beshits.
Instead of Brexit.
Yeah, that kind of works. More on that particular fucking befoulment of Britain later.
Well, since we're there already, it's not like we have because of the way that bookmarks works, it's a random collection of what I've bookmarked. But since we have a Nigel Farage related comment in the chat, I'll use this as a segue. Kevin, would you like to talk about the story that you had me pull up for you?
I would love to talk about that. Thank you, Kristi.
You're very welcome.
Yes, Nigel Farage, in what has been called a game changer, but isn't really in any real sense at all. But he's decided that even though he literally last week said that Boris Johnson's Brexit deal wasn't really Brexit at all, and that's why he was standing against it, has decided not to stand against it. So in the 317 seats that the Tories held at the last election, the Brexit Party will no longer be fighting those seats, or at least not officially, because many of those, and we'll get onto it later, there's been something of a split within the Brexit Party, because Brexit has reached its absolute peak, because we now have a split in the Brexit Party about Brexit.
Oh, I learned something fascinating about the Brexit Party today, which I'm sure we will get to later. Unless you want me to tell you what it is now.
Well, tell me what it is now, because I don't know if we will get to it.
All right, well, according to the Guardian article, which I've bookmarked, the Brexit Party, although a registered party, is technically a company.
Yes.
And it's 100% like owned by Nigel Farage and someone else. And when you pay your 25 quid, you don't become a member of the party, you become like a supporter. Yeah. So you have no rights and no say whatsoever. It's a dictatorship.
Yeah, absolutely. He's unelected completely, which is ironic considering he literally wants to get rid of the EU unelected bureaucrats. Yeah. He's unelected and has now been offered a peerage, as you can see there. So he wants to become an unelected bureaucrat in the House of Lords. What a surprise. Because this is ultimately what he's wanted forever. He wants, because he's basically a Tory at heart. That's all he's just on the right of the Tory party. And when the Tory party were at least vaguely sensible, albeit certainly on the right, obviously. But when they were vaguely sensible and thus not completely anti-EU. They were antagonistic, but at least saw that there were huge benefits, and therefore maybe we should stay a part of it rather than alienating our closest allies. Anyways, he was never welcomed in the party, and still isn't, because he's a toxic figure for many people in the kind of centre ground of British politics. But anyway, he's now been offered a peerage only 48 hours before doing that U-turn which has helped Boris Johnson. So essentially, he's been bought off for the price of a peerage, which is all he ever wanted, was acceptance within the Conservative ranks. And even though officially he's not been accepted, this is as much as an alliance as anything else. And just to explain that, a peerage is where a person who isn't a lord gets made into a lord and can sit in the House of Lords, which is the upper chamber of the British Parliament, which is fucking ludicrous because, we're not really a democracy in many respects.
Yeah.
No one is elected to that chamber. And whilst the Commons, which is elected, has primacy, it's still fucked up that we have these anachronistic throwbacks to the Middle Ages. Anyway. So, he's been offered that, and it will be a huge amount of money, far more than he's actually earning currently in the European Parliament, which is another gravy train that he claims to oppose but has been drinking from the trough of for decades now. Well, nearly 20 years now. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he's been basically bought off for this peerage, standing down, like I say, those 317 candidates. Now, that has led to, the accusation that he's a Tory stooge, which basically means that it negates any real change, because in those northern seats they'll still be fighting. Those candidates will basically be seen as Tories. Mm-hmm. They won't really take many of those people who may have voted for the Brexit Party had they still been standing against Tories elsewhere, and they're therefore differentiated from them, will have said, whilst I'll never vote for the Tory Party, I'll vote for the Brexit Party because I actually support Brexit, which a lot of those people in those northern seats do. In fact, it was really the Northern Labour supporter who voted for Brexit that made Brexit happen. That was essentially what swung it. Because in many other places they were either deadlocked, or in London, in the southeast, it was hugely for Remain, and in Scotland it was hugely for Remain. So it was really those northern, largely Labour seats that voted to leave. Anyway, they'll now be seen as the Tory party, and basically this won't have much of an impact, really. Okay. Look, it helps the Tories in the sense that it means that they'll lose fewer of those 317 seats than they might otherwise have, but it's not really going to help them get a majority. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, but like I say, this has led to a split now in the Brexit Party on Brexit, which has led to absolutely fucking peak Brexit, right? Which I will now screen share for everybody. So you'll need to swap over.
Yep.
A second. Because there's been, like I say, something of a mutiny in the ranks for Nigel, because a lot of people are very unhappy about this.
Yeah, like the candidates.
Yeah, the candidates themselves, who have paid £500 apiece to apply to become candidates.
And do you know how?
Refunded.
Do you know how they found out about it?
On the news?
Yes. Or one guy was campaigning, and a guy in a car pulled up and rolled down his window and said, "Why are you still campaigning? I just heard on the news that you're not standing here." And they turned on the news. There were 3 of them out there. And then they just packed up their stuff and they went home.
Oh, no. I mean, he's a Brexit Party parliamentary candidate, so he's garbage. But even so, that's not cool, Nige. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway, so there's lots of that going on. There are lots of people potentially about to defect to bizarrely, just as the rats are sinking, deserting the sinking ship, which we'll get to later. They may be going to UKIP now because
which is currently on 0%.
Yeah, he's Nigel Farage has essentially hauled himself below the waterline because any credibility he had in the Brexit movement is now dead. Yeah, because he's now a Tory stooge. And nothing more. So this was put out by the Brexit Party Milton Keynes branch, so an official branch of the party/company that Nigel Farage owns. Put this out with the picture of him with the word traitor written right across it. And it says, Beautiful. If you would like to vent your anger at Brexit Party HQ for denying Leave voters of Milton Keynes their democratic right to vote for Leave candidates, then here are our following contacts. And then give out their own contact details for people to ring in and abuse the Brexit Party HQ.
They're trolling their own HQ. Yeah,
specifically, I like the fact that they put next to the phone number, free phone. So lots of people will definitely ring because it's free.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. That is literally the most Brexit thing ever. The most Brexit thing ever that the Brexit Party are now split on Brexit. And actually, Farage's having done this U-turn for no actual political gain is, an absolutely perfect metaphor for the Brexit negotiations, where Britain claimed it went in there with such gusto. We were definitely going to do this. We were going to get the best deal ever because we had all the cards, and it was going to be such an easy deal.
They need you more than you need them.
Exactly. And then the opposition give you nothing, and you go, I accept that deal. That's it. That's literally what happened here. No concession was made. He literally said, even though he's been quite rightly ripping the shit out of Johnson up to this point about the fact that he said we were going to be leaving on October the 31st and didn't, because here we are way after that point and we're still in the European Union. He's now said he definitely believes Boris Johnson when he says he won't extend the date of the free trade agreement beyond December 2020, even though not a single person who knows anything about European free trade negotiations believe it can be done even within a year after that point. But Nigel Farage believes that because it's almost as if he's been given some sort of other inducement to make this decision that has nothing to do with the politics of Brexit, but is literally just for the enrichment, both financial and in terms of prestige, of Nigel Farage. Almost like he wants to be a lord or something. Call me cynical, but I think he's a corrupt piece of fucking shit.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So that happened. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But in terms of, like I said, the actual vote, I don't think it'll make that much difference, in all honesty.
Other than the Conservatives might get a few more votes in the seats where they don't have another choice. Yeah,
there may be, let's say, a dozen seats that they might have lost elsewhere in the south east of England that they might now hold on to. Mm-hmm. But those are seats they already had. So in order to get a majority, they need to win seats elsewhere that the Brexit Party will still be contesting. And that the problem they're going to have is that they're now whole below the waterline in Wales. All the rape stuff and the resignation of the Welsh Secretary and all of that has really fucked them in Wales. So they're not going to pick up gains that they needed to there. They're going to get almost certainly wiped out or close to in Scotland. So there's another 12, 15 maybe, if all of them go 15. So that's seats they're going to have to make up in the rest of England and then move on to try and get a majority. So that means they're going to have to pretty much sweep the board. So even though they're probably going to be the biggest party by far in terms of percentage of the vote, maybe 10 points or more, the chances of getting a majority, even though they said was it at 10% more, there's a 50% chance of a majority in normal times. But obviously these are not normal times. We've got official pacts between the smaller parties and things. Unless something drastic happens, I can't see a majority coming out of this.
You're still on the hung parliament train?
Yeah, I really do. It's still possible that they could get a majority, but it seems like such a narrow road they have to traverse that they're not doing a good job of doing. I mean, their handling of, say, the floods in the north of England, which are exactly the seats they need to win, exactly where they're targeting these seats, have been piss poor. They took 5 days for them to get the COBRA meeting. COBRA is the British government's emergency response committee. So if like a terrorist attack or a flood or earthquake or whatever happens, this committee comes together and it's like the Prime Minister, the Home Secretary, head of the Army, the fucking Navy, the NHS, all of those people that make those big decisions, right? And they formulate some sort of response to the situation. It took him 5 days to do that. What are you doing? It took fucking Jeremy Corbyn to write a letter demanding that he fucking do this before he did it.
He's so incompetent.
All that time, Labour were able to make huge capital out of it, the Lib Dems were, by simply pointing out the very thing that Boris Johnson has as a weakness in those areas is that he's a southeastern posh boy who only gives a fuck about the home counties, right? That's the portrayal of him. And yet the Labour Party were able to point out for days and days, because he refused to do all of this, he refused to give any money or allow any proper emergency response, to point out that the money for flood defences has been massively skewed in favour of the South East. Now, there is a specific reason for that, because of the Thames Barrier and the flooding, the situation that potentially happens there. So I understand there's a reason why that happens, and it's slightly unfair to point it out in a sense, but it's still technically true that the South East gets the vast majority of flood defence money in the country. Mm-hmm. And Boris Johnson has made no plans to change that. So you basically point out that the Tories only give a fuck about the South East, which is exactly the thing that Boris Johnson needs to fight against. So it's literally playing into the hands of the Labour Party in those areas by saying you can't trust the Tories, they only give a fuck about the South East. Mm. So, you know. So they're not doing a good job in the areas they need to in order to have any chance of forming a majority.
Can I ask a question?
You absolutely can't.
Oh, okay. Moving on. Yeah.
Now go on.
What are the home counties and why are they called the home counties?
I can't give you a definitive list of absolutely all the home counties.
Okay, some examples.
But basically, the home counties are the ones surrounding London. So you've got like Essex, Kent, Surrey, Sussex. I think Hampshire is as far as it goes as well there. Where else have you got?
Kent, did you say?
I said Kent, yes. Okay. Yeah. So basically the counties in the southeast of England. I believe they're called the home counties basically because they've been around longer, because people have settled those areas around the Thames in those communities for longer, I think. We could look it up. We could absolutely look it up. I don't know the specific reason. But basically the home counties are those counties around London, which are predominantly much richer, much more middle and upper class, and tend to get much more... for the same reason that the Big Apple is called the Big Apple in America. It was an analogy towards a tree, that the Big Apple gets all of the sap from the tree and the other little apples get nothing. Oh. So...
well, it looks like you're off the hook, Kevin. The origin of the term home counties is uncertain, and no exact definition exists, making their composition a matter of debate.
Well, there you go. Well, that would be partially why, then. Mm-hmm. Also, I haven't exactly looked it up. But basically, yeah, the southeast counties.
Although it looks pretty modern, because the origin of the term home counties...
What? Are you sharing the screen? Because I can't see.
Yeah, I am sharing the screen. You can't see it?
No.
All right, I'll do it again. Is that better?
Yes, that is a lot better.
Okay.
There we go.
Writing in 1975, thought that it derived from the home county's circuit of courts, since that at least the 18th century had surrounded London. Looking further back, he suggested that it included the counties which, since Tudor times, had been possible for civil servants and politicians to have their country homes and still be able to travel to London without excessive delay when they were needed. So, two very good possibilities.
Yeah.
Maybe not unrelated. Maybe.
Yes, indeed. But presumably there's a map somewhere that shows you roughly the geography of what's occurring there, somewhere on the... Yeah, there we go. So basically those counties. Buckinghamshire, that's one of the ones I forgot. And Hertfordshire. Oh, yeah, that stretches quite far. Okay.
Oh, the way out here, Hertfordshire is number 2.
Number 2, which goes north.
Buckinghamshire. Berkshire. Is that how you say it?
Berkshire.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a bark.
Yeah,
but...
it's that contains places like Reading and Slough.
Oh, God.
Yeah, fucking grim.
So, speaking of grim...
relatively well-to-do, although by home county standards, probably not as rich as some other places.
Yes, more money toward London. So, speaking of dodgy stuff, and since we're still on Britain, shall we go ahead with your other article that you sent me?
Indubitably. Yes, so, a lot of racism.
Yeah.
A lot of racism, which is bizarre, because we were told by the classical liberals that racism was dead. But yeah, a lot of racism. Well, and just for balance, because I'm by no means a fucking Labour stooge here. The Labour Party's had its issues during this campaign with anti-Semitism particularly. Now, although a lot of people quite rightly point out that the smears against Corbyn in this regard are pretty much that, smears, right? He himself is not an anti-Semite, albeit that his response to anti-Semitism has not always been perfect. But some of the candidates have been. Specifically, one that was going on about comparing a Jewish person to Shylock, which is, for those who don't know, is a character from, I believe, The Merchant of Venice, the Shakespeare play, who's like a money-grabbing Jewish moneylender character. Very racist from Shakespeare, albeit slightly more understandable given that he lived 1 million years ago.
Not quite, but we'll round up or down to the nearest million.
Yeah. Well, no, that's still wrong then, because it would be nil million.
Oh.
Wouldn't it? Because it's
okay.
600 years or whatever. Not even that, 500 and something years. Anyway, so that was pretty anti-Semitic. And stop, please fucking stop, okay? Because do you know what the acceptable amount of anti-Semitism is? It's zero. Zero. It's not only the perfect
zero is the right
number.
answer there.
It's not only the right answer. It's the only acceptable answer.
Yeah.
So if you could do that for us, guys, that would be super fucking duper. You twats. Anyways, so been some racism, and the Lib Dem specifically on this occasion. Although if we scroll further down as well, there's also a Tory in this.
Oh, is that him?
That's the motherfucker. He's now had to step down. Yes, a series of racist. Thurrock. He was due to be standing in Thurrock, which, by the way, is where those unfortunate Vietnamese people died in the back of the lorry a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, right. Okay.
Unfortunate coincidence, but there we go. So, yeah. Anyway, yes. Described. Hang on, where are we? Yeah, so some of the tweets were homophobic as well. Described an LGBT Twitter user as a F, and also used the R word, the ableist slur, as well. So that's nice. What else did he do?
Oh my gosh. According to his website, Mr. McNamara was the party's vice president in the campaign for race equality.
Indeed he was.
God.
Yes. Yeah.
I get it when people of color do not trust white people. I get it. I so get it.
Well, I knew a guy, thankfully he was removed relatively swiftly, but I knew a guy in, actually, fuck it, doesn't matter, in a trade union group I was involved with, who was the, what was he called? The equality officer or something? Yeah. And he was phenomenally racist. They just gave it to him because he'd been there forever. But thankfully they removed him when he started making really nasty comments. I mean, come on. Yeah, I like you say, I get it. I get why people of colour are like, not sure about these honkies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, so that's and if we scroll down, hang on a second.
Yeah, he apologised.
He did. They naturally do, but apologising only when you've been caught doesn't really mean
as opposed to bringing them up and yeah.
There's a Tory as well somewhere further down who did some fucked up shit.
I'm still talking about the racism.
Hang on a minute.
Here is this. Conservative Party. What did I miss?
Yeah, hang on. Maybe we can scroll back up. Sorry, come on.
Yep.
Keep scrolling.
Investigation. McNamara. There we go.
There we go. Right. The investigation into Mr. McNamara came as Anthony Brown, an ironic name, I suppose, a former advisor to Boris Johnson, faced calls to be removed as a candidate after a 2003 article he wrote for The Spectator emerged. The Spectator is the magazine that was literally edited by Boris Johnson as well,
right?
Because he's a racist piece of shit too. In it, he said, "It is not through letting in terrorists that the government's policy of mass migration, especially from the third world, will claim the most lives. It is through letting in too many germs."
What?
Yeah. Like, that's fucking. It's hinting at the boilerplate white nationalist shit and adding in, they're bringing in germs, which is like a Daily Mail talking point. So it's a combination of racisms.
Yeah.
Well done. That's a triple sal cow of fucking racism. You garbage bag.
Complete garbage bag. By the way, can I do a little shout out to the chat? Can you tell us if my levels and Kevin's are the same? Just because I want to make sure it's a pleasant, enjoyable listening experience.
Well, no, but tell her the wrong answer. So whatever the actual truth is, tell her the opposite of that.
Don't listen to Kevin.
That would be funny. It will make your enjoyment of this show less, but it will be amusing to me, and that's literally all that matters. So
I mean, if you want to go back to obvious, complete Naziist, racist propaganda, germs are it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Completely. Which is ironic because we're going to go on to Dankula in a bit, but
and can I also just say, this coming from the continent that went and brought over smallpox to the Americas. Yeah,
literally, when they weren't physically genociding them by killing them with guns and stuff, was killing them with smallpox.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll also just point out that, I was on university campus in the UK where there's a lot of international students from Europe and all over the world, and we called it freshers flu. It's the inevitable cold that you get when all these people from all over the world come together. And you know what? The people who come from all over the world get colds too, because they're being exposed to germs that they haven't experienced yet because they're in a new country. So again, it's more likely that people who come here are susceptible to things that we've built up a tolerance to than they're bringing germs that are gonna, like, we had immigration for how long, and how many plagues have we had since the invention of, antibiotics?
Yeah, well, none is the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. We had plagues before the invention of that, but it was white people bringing it.
Yes, so, that was it. That was the last big pandemics.
Say kind of possibly white people and rats. Well, you get the idea.
True. All right, so is there more in this article? Should I scroll down?
No, that's basically the gist, because then it's the Labour people saying that's bad, don't do racism, which is fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Don't do racism.
They've all got house to clean, so please do, because this is just fucking ridiculous.
So speaking of racism, perfect segue. Let's talk about some more racists. It's the happy hour, Kevin.
Talking of rats, Stephen Miller. Anyway, he's fucking trash, isn't he?
But there was an investigation that has shown that he was like putting talking points from white supremacist websites. There was an article in The Guardian, but I pulled up this one instead. So, Miller shared links from white nationalist sites. This is perfect. This is a great summary. He recommended Camp of the Saints to Breitbart. Confederate flag removals upset Miller after church murders.
What a surprise.
Focuses on racial identity of killers.
The murders were fine. It's because they're black. Who cares, right? It's, the removal of the flags, though, that hurt his feelings.
Yes. He forwarded an infolink war to aid some guy's reporting.
Fucking hell.
He reached out to Pam Geller.
Oh, Jesus. Do we know Pam Geller?
You want to describe to people who Pam Geller is, just in case?
No, I'm asking you. Yeah, but she's horrific Islamophobe. Basically, she's in league with the likes of Robert Spencer. That's Robert Spencer, not Richard Spencer. Although they're both as Islamophobic, I suppose. She's done work for things like Jihad Watch, which is a thing. Yeah, she's fucking foul. Also has a face like a leather sofa, which is interesting.
Not nice, but interesting. Okay.
Not nice, but definitely
But you weren't trying to be nice.
I want one of the old masters to paint it. Not in a good way, like it's sort of horrific, like a gargoyle.
Okay, with that mental image. Look at the pretty gingerbread face then instead, to clear your palette of that. I've changed the background here to be seasonal. So...
Why are you showing us dead gingerbread people? Jesus. You can see its heart.
They're tasty.
Is this some sort of war zone?
Yum,
oh
yum,
my
yum,
God.
Yum, yum. So remember, this is the SPLC, not like a news outlet. So there's some perspective here. They write, Miller backs immigration policies Hitler once praised. He posited conspiracy theories about immigration, and this is exploring his ties to white nationalist figures. So he promoted white nationalist literature, pushed racist immigration stories, and obsessed over the loss of the Confederate symbols after Dylann Roof's murderous rampage, according to leaked emails by Hate Watch. Leaked emails? That sounds like hacked emails to me.
Well, hopefully Russia did it. That would be fun.
So, Stephen Miller, piece of shit.
Yeah. Anyone surprised?
No.
Anyone? No? Okay.
Going once, going twice. Nobody's surprised. All right, I'll make this a little bit bigger. That's what she said. Wow, that's the first That's What She Said in the whole show.
You've brought the show down. Penis and testicles. Jesus.
Penis.
Call my dick global warming. I had some fucking brilliant responses to that, by the way. People were coming up with like lines to finish that off.
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
We were doing the nonsense about call my dick global warming.
Oh, right, yes.
Which is, if you haven't seen previous episodes, that's not going to make any sense. It doesn't need to. If that needs to be explained, you're on the wrong side of history, motherfuckers.
I think it was climate change, but I like your global warming.
So. Oh, climate change. There we go. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically the same gist. Gist. Never mind. Some people were coming up with lines. Like my one I thought was quite good and would actually work as like a braggadocious rap lyric. which was what call my dick global warming because it'll make you as wet as a melting ice cap.
Yes, I think you did that live on air.
Indeed, I did, because I am an empirical lyrical miracle, as you well know. And I've never felt whiter than that second. But anyway,
that's so hysterical.
Indeed. Oh God, we're like NWA, but very white.
We're more like the MAGA challenge. Let's be honest.
Yeah. We're whites with attitude. Let's just put it that way. Coming straight out of the suburbs, crazy motherfucker called Kristi. Anyway, yes. So so people were coming up with some sort of extras for that, which were quite good actually. And if you want to, please by all means use the hashtag.
Call my dick climate change or whatever.
Climate change. Fuck's sake. Yes, as people were saying, call my dick climate change because it was a hoax invented by the Chinese. I thought it was quite a nice one. Call my dick climate change because when it gets cold, it disappears. It disappears and people think it isn't there or something. Anyway, there were some very good ones in there. So
really, you have to find that hashtag.
Well, I think I was the only one that used the actual hashtag, but lots of people
that would
doing
make it.
responsive.
Oh, okay.
It's funny.
Okay.
So by all means,
a little shout out there to the crowds.
Indeed. So, yeah.
All right. So today was another day of testimony in the Roger Stone trial.
Was it?
This time it was Rick Gates.
Okay. Well, tell me about that, because I literally know absolutely nothing about this.
Well, with all the other news, it's hard to keep up with everything. So I only pulled this one. So I have to go back and do a bit more research to see what else was said. But this was retweeted. So Rachel Weiner is at court, and she's reporting and writes, Rick Gates' direct is over, brief but hardly lacking in substance, including government getting on record that Donald Trump himself talked about upcoming WikiLeaks disclosures based on conversation with Roger Stone.
Can I just say the phrase brief but not hardly lacking in substance is an accurate description of my sexual technique. I thank you all.
Very nice. You'll have to put that one in your pocket for later.
Yeah.
And then Bradley Moss writes in reply, Trump denied in writing and under oath to Mueller any recollection of ever discussing WikiLeaks with Stone or being aware of Stone discussing WikiLeaks with the campaign. Gates testified he was in the car with Trump when he and Trump talked to Stone about it.
It's so obviously corrupt as fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah.
The things, when these people are put under oath, well, except for Donald Trump, who thinks he can get away with everything because he's a narcissist, they aren't going to go down for him.
Well, not just that, right? But he, so far in his life, that has been basically true. He's been rich enough to get away with it.
Yeah, true.
So he's not, but it's not inaccurate for the last
still not
7
in jail,
decades.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he has to regularly pay out millions of dollars for the evil shit he does, like, stealing money from veterans and children's charities, to the point where even though he runs America, kind of, he's not allowed to run a charity in New York State.
No. And you think that would be disqualifying to evangelical Christians?
You'd think so. Well, it should be disqualifying under basic sense. Basic sense and constitutional law. If you can't run a charity, you can't run the country. Stop.
Yes. Damn it. Stupid. Okay. Sorry. I missed something here. Oh, no. I retweeted something I shouldn't have. I thought I unretweeted that. Anyway. Right. So, and also, so that was a bad day for Trump.
Yeah.
He's got a testimony now that he lied under oath. And this also was an interesting opinion piece that I thought we would find kind of amusing. So I'll open it up here. But first I'll read what it says. The GOP just put out a memo arguing Trump only wanted Ukraine to investigate generic corruption. Right? This is a 5 hour ago, written, right?
Right.
But then Trump blew that up by tweeting that, yes, he did want Ukraine to investigate Biden.
And we already know. He literally asked on the White House lawn for both Ukraine and China to do it. So what kind of a talking point is that?
I didn't sign in. Okay, I'll have to sign in. Hold on. But the thing is that
because Kristi's so establishment. She's such a neo-lib shill that she reads the New York Post, which is actually not a bad newspaper. So
Yeah. Okay. As long as it
What's
just...
your password? What's your password?
Not going to see it. Not going to see it. But, yeah, so the GOP...
Is it Kristi Loves Big Dick 69?
How'd you know? No. But...
I see it in your eye.
Yes. You can see it in the reflection in my glasses. Like the guy who broadcast the KSI Logan Paul fight in his glasses. Did you see about that guy?
No.
What? All right, so you know KSI. Yeah, you watched the KSI Logan Paul.
No, I fucking didn't. I watched boxers box. I watched YouTubers YouTube.
Okay, all right. Well, they boxed.
Yeah, I know that, but I didn't watch it because I'm not an arse.
All right. And it was like 6 rounds, and it was a split decision, but you don't care, so I'm not going to say.
Well, no, I know the result. Jesus, yes, I know, and he quite rightly got deducted 2 points for hitting a guy as he was falling to the floor.
I actually watched.
And he said he was going to sue. It's so American. He said he was going to sue them. What? It's a fucking boxing decision, you twat. What are you talking? You can't fucking sue them. Are you going to sue the referee? What are you talking about, you idiot?
Did Logan Paul say that?
Yeah, Logan Paul said he was looking at legal options to sue them.
Spoiled white guy. Oh, they're setting up another bout. That's all. They just got paid so much. Yeah, they're just setting up a bout.
Well, it's like the fucking Marvel movies. If they keep making money, they'll keep pumping out shit because people still keep going to see it.
Marvel movies are good. Shut up.
No, it's not all of them have been. Some of them have been tripe.
Some of them have been really good. Most of them.
Some of them have been excellent. Yes, but some of them have been shit.
Like what?
So. Like all of them.
Some of the Thor movies. Thor 2 is not very good.
Okay, another example then. The fucking Fast and Furious, but I meant the, what are they called? Expendables.
Oh, yeah, those were shit.
People keep going to see them, so they'll keep making them, even...
Oh no, sorry everyone. I accidentally hung up on Kevin. I went to do something else. Oh no. I'm gonna tell him I didn't like his opinion. Sorry about that, mate.
Calling Cologne.
Sorry about that, mate. Yes, I did. I didn't like your opinion on the Expendables.
Why? If you tell me you like the Expendables movies, I'm cutting this off and never doing a show with you ever again.
No, I went to hit a different button on a different thing, but I missed where my mouse was.
Well, you didn't need to tell me that, because I would have totally believed that he just cut out, because my internet's shit.
Your internet's been fine tonight. I don't know what you've done to it, but you keep doing it. Point it in that same direction.
Nothing.
Or whatever.
I've done literally nothing. So maybe the company actually got around to installing like good wires or some shit. I don't know. Yeah. How does this work?
I don't know.
Tubes, and they send the internet fairies and the pixies through the tubes, and they do the internets. I don't know.
Yes, or maybe all of your neighbors are just away and not using theirs. But yes,
which means I need to go around and murder all of the people who live near me in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, right? I watched the highlights of it on the Poisoning the Well live stream. So
right. All I saw was some of the highlights on the sports news, and I couldn't believe that 2 YouTubers twatting about in the ring was the fucking sports news. What?
There were some good jabs. There was some.
Yeah, but it's YouTubers boxing. It was a brawl. It was fucking dreadful.
What to say? They were pretty fit. Hard to say.
No, they'd worked out. Okay, they'd worked out, and we definitely know that Kristi wants to fuck both of those men. That's fine.
As long as they don't talk.
As long as they don't. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. So kink it up a bit and go ball gag. Sorted.
No. I want to kiss.
Jesus. Anyway. So, if anyone knows either KSI or Logan Paul, set up the 3-way. That would be amazing. We can fucking Facebook live stream it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't send me your ball gag.
but definitely a lime green strap-on dildo. Essential. Essential. Anyway, what were the fuck we were talking about now? Yeah, so they're physically trained, but they're not professional boxers. And there was a world championship fight on the undercard of 2 wankers from the internet. Like, it was the super middleweight, I think it was, world title fight, and that's on the undercard of 2 just unbearable pricks from the internet.
I remember what started this. What started this was, okay, so it was pay-per-view, and a lot of people couldn't watch it and you couldn't stream it. But what one guy did was he watched with his glasses on, really big glasses. He watched the screen while he broadcast himself watching it, and you could see the match in the reflection of his glasses. And there's just all of these comments in his live stream going, "Don't move, dude. Don't move. Don't move."
Fucking hell. It's almost like that. The thing we were talking about off air about the seeing certain things in shiny shoes.
Right. Yes. That's good.
Actually visible. Yeah. But actually visible rather than completely mental sexism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. Well, racism. I don't know. Whatever. Religionism.
Yeah. Bigotry.
This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense to anyone now.
Bigotry, we'll just call it.
And you need to screen share again because someone cut me the fuck off. So.
That was bound to happen at some point. We should have a little bell or something.
For all of the nonsense, technical problems I've had, I've never either accidentally or purposefully cut you off.
That's true, but it wasn't. No, it was usually your.
I've never Mr. Beaned you out of the conversation. So.
But no, I have been cut off because of your poor connections. So
that's true. That's not my fault. That's the fault of me buying shit internet.
Well,
I think.
Technically,
I don't know if I can get any better. I could just be in a shit area. I don't know.
Well, I am accountable for my actions, but I'm not responsible for them because I didn't intend that to cut you off. But anyway, yeah. So the GOP puts together this entire memo about no, it's about corruption. It's about corruption. And then literally today, right after they put the memo out, he writes, I have an obligation to look into corruption and Biden's actions on tape about firing the prosecutor and his sons taking millions with no knowledge or talent from a Ukrainian energy company, yada, yada, yada. I
just want to point out that Donald Trump employs in the US government at the US taxpayers' expense all of his children.
Yes.
So, and they've got literally no talent or, frankly, worth. So,
are certainly looking very corrupt, to put it mildly, to me. Both the Bidens should be forced to testify.
Testify!
The guy is just... It would be so funny if it was not a real thing. If it was just a TV show, like a modern-day Game of Thrones or something, then it would be hilarious. But, oh my God, that guy's our president. Let's see. Oh, right. Bolton is flirting with Congress now. You see, this is what it seems to be to me.
He wouldn't need to flirt with me because that moustache has my legs wide open. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Well, I just pictured John Bolton with his shirt and tie still on, though.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
I don't want to see his ugly old man body.
Naked from the waist down.
I want the moustache Velcro to my pubis. So... Anyway, there we go. That's a lovely image for you all. I hope everyone eating their dinner in whatever time zone is.
I hope you're not drinking anything. Your nose your drink all over the floor.
All I'm saying is, me helping you throw up is keeping you skinny. So, I'm like a weight loss diet.
Did you beshit yourself?
I did. I'd be shat.
You're beshatted.
Yeah. I mean, spiritually, I'm sort of permanently beshat. So... That's fine. That's not my natural state.
Well, that's what the violent, sexy dancing is for.
Yeah, I have resting beshat face. So.
What did you say about a country having resting something face?
Oh, Britain. Yeah, Britain being kind of constantly a bit underwhelmed and shit. It's just that's just Britain's resting bitch face. That's just what we are. That's what we do. It's fine. If things are going well, they can only go badder. Badder? Jesus Christ, Kev. I know the English language good, so yeah, we can only go worse. So yeah.
All right. So apparently, in a private speech, Bolton suggests some of Trump's foreign policy decisions are guided by personal interest. You think?
No. What a breakthrough that is! I mean, that is fucking up there with Hitler was bad.
Yep. And this is why I think Bolton is flirting with Congress. He wants to testify, but he wants to be subpoenaed. I don't get his game. I love that that's a thing now.
Yeah, that is a thing. That's like I'm doing hype man stuff. Every time you say testify, I'm testify. So, yeah.
All right. I got another one from the Gates testimony. Gates said Manafort asked him to check in regularly with Stone about WikiLeaks disclosures and indicated that, quote, he would be updating other people on the campaign, including the candidate, unquote.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, I heard that during the week, or at the end of last week, did Donald Trump saying about Gordon Sondland, the man who gave him $1 million and who he appointed as the ambassador to the U.S. ambassador to the EU, that he didn't know him.
Yeah.
He literally pulled out, I've never heard of him.
Yeah. Even though a couple weeks ago he had said, oh, he's a fine, upstanding guy when he was defending him. Yeah,
it literally would. If one of his children hopefully eventually goes down for their many corrupt practices, and someone points it out to him, he'll go, Donald Trump Jr., never heard of him.
Yeah, he will. I barely know him.
Yeah.
He will throw anyone under the bus.
Oh, absolutely. I've never heard of him. He gave you $1 million. Now, I know Donald Trump is at least in theory rich, although, let's be honest, he probably isn't all that rich anymore. Otherwise, he'd release his tax returns. Anyway, I don't know many people who give you $1 million and then you appoint them to a high-ranking position that you would instantly forget.
Yes.
Within 2 weeks of saying that you actually knew them and thought they were awesome.
It's amazing who he doesn't remember.
Yeah, it is. It's like Schrodinger's ally.
He's both there and not there.
He both knows him really, really well and doesn't know him at all, depending on whether it's legally troublesome for him to know the person or not. Which is a stretch of the Schrodinger meme, but you get the point.
Yes. This is from Ina. I don't know if we want to actually watch this clip, but Dave Rubin really just said, you could call me an F right now, and it really wouldn't mean anything to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's what we like to call a spineless prick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dave Rubin, still shit.
What level of self-respect or lack thereof? What the fuck? That wouldn't mean anything to you. Literally anything can be bought with Dave Rubin. He is the intellectual prostitute.
Of the internet, yes.
Yeah.
One of them, but definitely a high-ranking one. This is the Nigel Farage story.
Yeah, he's a massive ranker.
Oh, Donald Trump, 9 hours ago. I will be releasing the transcript of the first and therefore more important phone call with the Ukrainian president before the week's end. The thing is, though, one of the things that we've learned from the testimony that's been released is that the whole thing really kicked off. Rudy Giuliani was kind of tied up on it, or starting on it, but it was a conversation that Trump had with Putin, and who's the leader of Hungary? I don't know who they are.
Fuck's sake.
Viktor
Orban.
Yeah. So both of those guys went and poured poison in Trump's ears.
What do you mean, do I know this?
I'm impressed.
Bint. That's outrageous.
I don't know. There's a lot of leaders I don't know. That's one of them.
Leader of Germany?
Merkel, I know that one.
No, it's Hitler. Still.
Anyway. So, what was I saying? Oh, right.
Something probably worthwhile as opposed to what I was saying.
Those two put this idea in Trump's mind.
What were their names again?
Orban?
No. Viktor Orban.
Ban, yes. And Putin. This is testified to like one of his own, the guy who quit because he was in part because he was frustrated that Trump was taken with this Ukrainian conspiracy theory, and he kept saying this has no basis. But it was in the July call that he made his move. So the April call is not exonerating because it's before the conspiracy really got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like saying, here's a photo of me with the person I'm accused of murdering 2 months before the murder. Yeah. Therefore, I couldn't have killed them. No, that's not at all. That's irrelevant.
Yeah. Yes, precisely. It's not exculpatory. We got more polling data because, I'm a polling geek. So, of course, we have to talk about the polls. This one is from YouGov, which I know you're like, me, side-eyeing. But I've got other ones as well.
Yeah, that's not good.
Cons at 42, Labour at 28, Lib Dems 15, Brexit 4, Green 4. Although it doesn't say here whether they prompt for all the parties or just the main parties or if it's an open-ended one. So that also.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's not good. There's no way of looking at that as like, yay, because it looks like if they win by 14 points, there's a fair chance they get a majority.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. This I actually noticed from Chrisiosity, and I got snarky because she got a bit snarky. This article from Quartz: employers favor men not because they are prejudiced against women, but because they have the perception...
Men are better in every way.
They have the perception that men perform better on average at certain tasks.
Oh, I was right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally said that thinking that would be a really sexist thing for this article to say, and it did.
Yeah, and that's exactly where it went.
In a roundabout way. I mean, they put slightly more words into it, but it's the same fucking deal.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
So I took a screenshot of the definition of prejudice.
Yeah.
It's the preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual evidence. So, yeah. That's like saying, I'm not racist. I just have an irrational, hatred of people, of brown people. Like, no, that's actually racism? Like,
yeah. I'm not racist. I just think black people are less.
Yeah. And these guys, like, oh, it's not that I'm sexist. I just think men are better at doing things on average. I'm gonna have to reshare the screen because maybe you won't want to hear this, but you know that the Trump baby got attacked, the balloon.
No, I didn't know this.
Someone popped it.
No.
Yes, sad day, but he got his ass arrested.
What, for damage of private property or some shit?
And we got video. We've got video. So I have no idea how this is going to sound. So I'll pause it first and I'll bring it back. And we'll see what the sound is like. That's about full screen. I really don't like the fact that this tab here is very difficult to see. But yeah, this is a guy who did it. And here he is. He's on the ground. There are the cops.
I can't. Are you playing something?
Yeah, you can't see it. All right, I'm going to have to do it again. All right. Now you should... Okay. Now can you see
There we go. Oh, okay, yeah.
All right.
So, hang on. Did he get arrested immediately upon popping it, or...?
Almost immediately thereafter, by the looks of it.
So how did he do it, then?
I think he just... Well, there's some video of him talking about it. I saw actually his talking about it on Cult of Dusty. I didn't find his pre-attack video. But I think he just took something and stabbed it to let the air out of it.
No.
Yeah.
Where is it anyway? Was it still roughly near the White House, or...?
No, I think it was... Where was the last sporting event Trump went to?
Alabama.
Mm-hmm. That's where. Yeah. All right, so here we go.
I believe Tuscaloosa, which is an amazingly southern name for a thing.
Tuscaloosa? Yes.
Yeah.
So here he is on the ground.
Lock him up!
Oh, yes. He's getting trolled as he's getting arrested.
Eat a dick, bitch! Eat a dick, bitch! Lock him...
You like that?
He's getting trolled. He's on the ground eating fucking grass. He's about to be arrested, and the guy's like, "Eat a dick, bitch." Lock him up. That's lovely.
Yes. I thought there was one more. Maybe it's a little bit farther down, but there is another video. Trump being an idiot, saying that many people in Dhaka, no longer very young, are far from angels. Some are very tough, hardened criminals because they're brown. He's such a white supremacist. And as Caitlin Dixon points out here, literally one of the requirements for DACA is not having a criminal record.
Yes.
It just shows what a complete racist he is.
Yeah.
So, Donald Trump, white supremacist confirmed. Oh, you're going to enjoy this, Kevin. All right,
well, I saw who it was from, so already I'm thinking this is going to be the absolute picture of rationality.
All right, close your eyes a little bit so I can scroll up, because I want you to read it out loud.
Okay. You want me to read it out loud?
Yep, I want you to read it out loud.
Okay, this is from the convicted criminal, Dinesh D'Souza. Remember nuclear winter? Of course you don't. That's because it didn't happen. Yet it was all the rage on the left in the 1980s. What? All the rage? What are you talking about, you dopey cunt? Anyway, okay. A generation from now, no one will recall climate change either, and for the same reason, the apocalypse has become a political racket.
Do you know why? Do you know why we didn't experience nuclear winter, Kevin?
Because there wasn't like a nuclear exchange.
Yes.
Yeah, people didn't drop nuclear bombs on each other.
What is he thinking?
Next to that, it was all the rage. I don't remember the left going, I'll tell you what would be fantastic. A bit of nuclear winter.
Look, well, people were worried about it, and they were worried about nuclear energy and safety, and there was Chernobyl. And also, there was the Cold War. I mean, I remember the...
Yeah, people still can't go to Chernobyl. That town doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. I remember when they broadcast some, like one of those movies where there's a nuclear explosion and
this isn't, by the way, this isn't ancient. Fukushima just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of people died, and that place is still uninhabitable. So, yay. And you've now got, like, fish coming up with cancerous tumours that are as big as the rest of their body because of the radiation in the sea. So,
right. Well, he's saying here, if we didn't have nuclear winters, that means we won't have global warming.
Yeah, that's fucking ludicrous. I mean, that is so dumb.
Oh, we're here. We got to him. We got to Dankula.
We can't watch all of this. It's fucking half an hour long, isn't it?
No, I have no idea. I haven't watched any of it. So I have no idea.
Like
you watched it. Okay. So then you can maybe...
No, I watched like about the first 8 minutes of it, and then he started talking about other things, and I was like, oh, I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, does he talk about it right up front, or does he faff?
Like, it's a few minutes in, he does faff for like the first 5 minutes.
Okay, like we do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't
But to be
him.
fair, this was we can, because this is arranged. He could have scripted this completely. We're live reacting on the hoof and just talking, whereas this was a preset video that he did with like lighting.
Okay.
Not great lighting. And I just want to point out, this dopey prick who's anti-socialist has a socialist in the background as his backup, that being the one and only George Orwell.
It's not the brightest bulb in the tree.
No. And before anyone starts, but he was a different kind of socialist. No, he was OG Antifa who went to Spain to murder fascists. So just, sharp.
Hey,
anyway.
Can I say on a lighter note that Roman Lives in the chat writes, Nuclear Winters is Kristi's pro wrestling handle.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yes. And your finishing move would have to be called like the A-bomb. And it would be like, I don't know, some sort of...
The K-bomb.
No, that's just after you take some horse tranquilizers that calm down.
I have no idea how the volume is, so people in the chat, if it's too soft or whatever.
Who knows? Anyway, but yeah, Dankula's leaving UKIP just as they might actually be about to do something.
Yes,
because
he's got the timing of a
Brexit Party. Brexit Party people are leaving the Brexit Party because Farage sold them down the river for his peerage.
Yep.
And so they might actually. I said that I look at how many UKIP candidates there were. But now that doesn't really matter anymore because that number will be massively skewed by ex-Brexit Party candidates who will now stand for UKIP.
What, you think they're going to pony up another 500 for another...
Well, no, because actually the party probably won't have any money. But some of them certainly will, because some of them have got... Clearly, the fact that they're Brexit Party / UKIP supporters have more money than sense, even if they don't have any money.
Right. All right, so I'm about 4 minutes in. Let's see what he's on about.
Like myself, so I got it. We were kind of like kindred spirits about that. Hey,
nope.
Everyone on board. We want freedom of speech. Totally on board with the free speech message, and more people were coming on board. They asked me if I wanted to go to the European Union to speak to them about Article 13, something that was
which will be remembered for.
And I was so happy to have the chance to do it.
Nothing.
So I immediately.
No, that will be remembered for a certain. Sartorial disaster piece.
Yes, the wardrobe malfunction.
The suit. And when I say the suit, I mean the suit.
We all know.
Indeed. And it's also interesting that because I don't think he'll be accepted in the Brexit Party. Not that maybe that matters anymore because that party's basically dead now. Because remember the Daily Mail. Had him on the front cover as the Nazi, the UKIP Nazi, which was funny. Not really accurate, to be fair, but funny. And but the thing is with the Daily Mail, when they call someone a Nazi, you're never sure whether they're actually condoning that or condemning it. You never know. They could be celebrating it, given their history. Could
be a shout-out.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, just giving him a big up on the front page. Yeah, mad respect, bro. Yeah.
Okay, hitting play.
He agreed, hopped on the plane, went over there, and booty blasted all these MEPs that are voting in Chinese state censorship, because that's essentially what 13 was.
You are try live in China, and then come back. Let us know what it's like.
That's ridiculous. And not just that, but he said he booty blasted them. No one cared. You had 12 people in the room. We saw. We saw in the reflection in the mirror, in the windows behind where you were talking.
They're
No
getting
one
up and
was
leaving.
there.
People, wasn't there some guy who like left in the middle of it?
Yeah, just got up and left. Even he's like the 12th string journalist for that paper, and he was just like, even I'm not. No,
I'm out.
not.
I'm outie.
I'm a bottom feeder, and I'm not picking this up.
And I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm gone. And I leave. All right. Bye, yeah. All right. So hitting play.
Filter to control what content can and cannot be placed onto the internet. You know, it's just pretty much the same censorship system as is adopted in China. Then they ask,
No. I mean, they've literally got concentration camps with millions of people in them. So literally not at all like that, you idiot. Anyway.
Right.
me if I would speak at their conference in Birmingham, and I agreed to do it. I heard it was going to be
Birmingham gets a mention.
Not exactly a high point, but all right.
No, not
in the
a
city's
civic
history.
high point, but to be fair, we've had worse. So
Okay.
Advised, and I thought to myself, holy shit, this is an opportunity to get
I couldn't
the free
believe
speech message.
when they had their their national conference. Their leader turned up on that occasion, which is not always guaranteed in UKIP. And B, I can't believe. I mean, I can only assume that my invitation must have got lost in the post because they knew I was on the doorstep, so they
You're just down the road.
Didn't invite me.
What's up with
Suspicious. Clearly, it's been taken over by the evil lefty cocks. Obviously.
That's it. All right.
Message right out there in front of the masses. Everyone can see the free speech message. I went on stage and I didn't even make jokes. I was like, I'm going to take
the
this.
one genuinely funny thing about that conference, though, because I've obviously had hangouts with Dankula and stuff. He was telling me off air once, just after it happened, we did like a hangout, and off air he was telling me, because obviously they didn't know who he was because they're UKIP members.
Right.
The internet is like this strange modern thing that probably brown people do or
Their
something.
grandkids use it.
Yeah, exactly. Their grandkids use it, and it's full of paedophiles or something. I don't know. He was saying because he was introduced as Count Dankula, there were literally people like bowing and curtsying to him, thinking he was a literal count, thinking he was Count Dankula.
Oh bless their boomer hearts.
Yeah. And then he arrived and he was just like in a t-shirt because he never dresses up for anything because, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, when he was at that UKIP launch and he looked like some sort of homeless drunk. That was interesting. People literally thought he was a count. Of the famous, he was one of the famous Scottish Dankula clan. Yeah. Lords of...
Don't you notice tartan colours?
Yeah. Most, yeah. Although, to be fair, I imagine he'd be shat that tartan.
Yes, I'm sure he did. Yeah. All right. Nice tied in. Okay.
100% seriously. I want to get absolutely everyone on board with wanting freedom of speech. And then the TV crews, as soon as I walked on stage, they just went, "Oh, this guy cut the feed." I was so pissed off. That was my big...
Is this just him talking about himself forever?
Yes. Although, to be fair, it's called Why I'm Leaving UKIP, so, I mean, I'll let him off, I suppose.
Can we get, like, maybe past the where he starts to think about leaving? Because that's actually what I'm here for. So, all right.
Oh, so that's, another thing that the press have mostly lied to you about. And then everything was going fine and everything was going well, and then Farage decided to jump ship and basically create another single issue part.
All right, that sounds like juicy. So I'm going to go back a little bit because maybe he'll talk about the drama. And that is what I'm here for. Okay. I don't care about his...
That and KSI and Logan clearly.
Yep, I'll be the filling in that sandwich. Okay.
With your points, but personally I don't feel it's really necessary. I like to rely mostly on my arguments, not the fact that I look like a stoner skateboarder. So you had those people, and that was fine. You get that, like in any political party, everyone doesn't like everyone, right? There is a lot of bitchy high school level politics that goes on, and I've heard it across all political parties, so all of that stuff was nothing new. But despite that, we persevered and we went ahead, and the reason I wanted to go ahead was because there was a lot of good people in UKIP that truly did care about the freedom of speech.
Yeah, where are they now?
Yeah, well, no, where were they then?
Yeah,
I've never
did they turn out?
Yeah, the Invisible Man, was he in UKIP?
Yeah, a whole 10,000 of his fans in a nation of how many? 66 million? Yeah, you're
but not just that. But he said there were lots of good people in UKIP. No, there weren't.
Looking around?
No.
Because, and this is one thing I want to make clear. Like, I will admit, the media line's a powerful thing. I was wondering, going, Jesus, what am I in for? What am I in for if I go in here? What if I'm sitting here going like, oh, UKIP's a racist party, UKIP's a fascist party, and all that type of shit, and I'm like, no, it's not, and then I go in and I actually experience and see that shit, and I can absolutely confirm in the entire time.
Hang on, so is he saying therefore he was saying no, they're not, when he didn't know?
Probably.
So he's just saying, I basically lied about them not being racist, even though I wasn't aware whether they were or weren't.
But a racist can't identify a racist.
Yeah.
They can't. They can't see the racism. The only racism they see is against themselves. And it's not racism, that's called criticism.
No, as Dickie Brown pointed out, there are certain people who are very racist. And that's correct.
Are you talking about me?
Well, how many other people has he called racist, Kristi? I don't know. I'm not so racist that I obsess about white politicians and how racist I can be towards them. So,
again, noting a demographic aspect, that's racism. When it's white people, it's fine to talk about other people in terms of that, but not white people.
Kristi's like the KKK, but the opposite of that.
Thank you. Being the opposite of the KKK is, I think, a very good thing.
No, just really racist towards white people.
Oh, I'm racist toward... No.
No, see, it's a joke. It works on both levels. It's fine.
Okay.
It wasn't intended to, but it did. So that'll do. I'll take 2 lots of laughs, even though
for that
I don't quite understand what I'm saying a lot of the time.
All right, hitting play.
I was in UKIP, attending the conferences, meeting all the big people. I seen, witnessed, and
oh no, that's just racist, Kristi, against the white people of Scotland.
Just conferences. They're not ease.
Anyway, but I will say he did actually put some effort into it, unlike Carl and the rest of them. Who didn't? Because when he was at the conference in Birmingham, Carl was at MythCon.
Oh, right. Getting owned by Richard Carrier, or at least embarrassing himself. He wasn't owned. They both embarrassed themselves, if I'm honest.
Penis Carrier.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Good times.
That were good times.
Not as good as shouting it at his face. That is going to be one of my YouTube history highlights of all time. Shut up.
And he disappeared for like 10 minutes. Amazing. And came back. Look, if he just rage quit, that would have been one thing. But he rage quit and then come back.
And then asked if we were done, and then we just mocked him for leaving.
Amazing stuff. Anyway.
Did you put us on a timeout, Carl?
We were on the naughty step. Which is what you do with anti-white racists.
Yeah. All right. We have to stop this lovely little stroll down memory lane and get back.
We don't.
Sound like people in an old people's home now. Oh, you remember when we owned Sargon? Oh. Of course, I would laugh about that with you every day if we lived in the same retirement community.
And I've shit myself and I need medication. So it's very much like that, yeah.
You're sat there, beshat.
I'll be shat this chair, nurse.
That's an old-fashioned word. All right, hitting play.
Absolutely none of that. There was no racism, no fascism, no even preaching any authoritarian rules. There was none of that crap. Right, I didn't experience, see, or witness any single piece of racism or anything like that while I was in UKIP. Right, I seen none of that at all. So that's another thing that the press had mostly lied to you about. And then everything was going fine and everything was going well, and then Farage decided to jump ship and basically create another single issue party. And I'm not downplaying Brexit at all. Brexit is extremely important. It's probably going to be the biggest democratic thing that has ever happened in any of our lives in the UK. So
ever.
It's the most democratic, Kevin. The most democratic.
Ever. Look, that's ridiculous. Look, it's a big deal. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a big deal, but the most democratic thing ever.
But he's just unilaterally cancelled a bunch of people's candidacies.
Yeah.
That contradiction.
Although to be fair, this video was put out before Farage put that announcement out.
That just shows how bad Dankula's political analysis.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
He's talking about the most democratic party, which is owned by one guy.
Yeah.
Or a couple of people. Oh my God, this self-owning. Oh, they set themselves up for this.
Exactly. It can't be a dictatorship if there are two people.
No. That's totally democratic then. All right. As also, it's so much better watching this on 1.75. I'm tempted to take it up to 2.
No, I think we stay at 1.75. He sounds hamstery enough.
Okay.
Completely understand why people want to go ahead and get Brexit done. And the majority of people in UKIP, the good ones, their first and foremost priority is Brexit. And I completely get that, I completely understand that, because it is literally the purpose of UKIP. Like, that was like the UK Independence Party. It literally is their purpose. So I completely understand why a lot of them were focused on Brexit. But as of late...
Although it's interesting, it's interesting to me that Dankula, a member of the... I don't know if he's technically left yet, as a member of the United Kingdom Independence Party, note that United Kingdom Independence Party supports independence for Scotland and thus the destruction of the nation known as the United Kingdom.
Does it?
Which, yeah, I mean, because then it's just England and Wales and Northern Ireland. But the United Kingdom came into being by the Union of England and Scotland. Mm-hmm. In the Act of Union, the 1707 Act of Union. So that's literally how that happened. So it would. I mean, I presume they'd still just call it that, but it wouldn't be that anymore. And by the way, for anyone out there who supports Scottish independence, that I'm fine with that. That's entirely sensible, appropriate political position. But the point being, you shouldn't be a member of a party called the United Kingdom Independence Party if you don't support the United Kingdom.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I want to get England and Wales out of EU, but stay in Scotland and be independent and rejoin. What? I
don't know. I don't know how it works. And not just that, but when he goes on about political violence, he tells a story which he doesn't seem to be remotely ashamed of on the Scottish referendum night, him coming across someone celebrating the no vote victory and beating him up.
Oh.
Yeah.
He talked about that in his channel, right?
He did indeed, yes. And I brought it up on his live stream I did with him, and he didn't seem remotely bothered by it. He didn't apologise for it. So, I wonder what Andy No thinks about that.
Political violence.
Yeah, but milkshaking is unacceptable.
One of the things that somebody tweeted at Andy No is like, so Andy, you're just going to give up on that whole brain damage thing now? Yeah. You've just kind of forgotten to drop fruit lately.
Well, no, but he's so brain damaged that he forgot he's got brain damage.
Oh, yeah. It's
genius.
It's when he recovered his American accent from his British affectation. That's when it cleared up.
Yeah, the bit of his brain that deals with how he speaks, which apparently is a voluntary thing or something. Anyway. Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah. But so actually, on the note of people trolling people with previous statements in the week, Jacob Rees-Mogg made the statement about how common sense would have made the people in the Grenfell Tower leave.
Yes.
He was cleverer than them. Someone tweeted him about the floods that we talked about earlier in the north of England. Someone asked, so Jacob, should people use their common sense and stay put as they've been told to by the emergency services, or just swim for it like some fish?
Good, yeah. Drag him.
Fair point. Point. And he's been oddly silent. Strange.
Yeah. All right.
That motherfucker has now had an absolute ban on him ever going near a fucking camera before the election again. It's not happening.
You think?
I think he might be busy if anyone wants an interview. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know how Rudy Giuliani had kind of been keeping quiet.
Yeah.
Today it was reported that he's thinking about starting an impeachment podcast.
That's genius.
Not a joke. No joke.
That's he is fucking mental. Mm-hmm. What is wrong with that twat? I do hope he goes to jail. That'd be fun. He's
definitely looking for criminal prosecutions. Whether actually he'll spend time in jail, we'll have to see. But anyway, hitting play.
Not being what the party has been all about. The good people are still there, even though a lot of them have left, because they care about Brexit, they care about freedom of speech, and they just want to get stuff done. They just want to go ahead and get stuff done. But far too many bad elements of the party are far too busy playing Game of Thrones. Basically, we have Gerard Batten as leader. Gerard Batten has my absolute support. Love Gerard Batten. I think he's a great guy. And
the guy who got his ass booted out. Yeah, of course he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he stepped down as a leader, and then there was a leadership election, and Richard Brain was voted in. He was a Democrat.
He was also
Dickie!
stopped being leader
Brain!
because yes.
Let's not bury the lead. Dickie Brain,
Dickie
the OG of calling out OGs of white racism.
Also,
yeah.
Gerard Batten lost every single seat UKIP had.
Yes,
He didn't mention
including his own and Richard Brain.
All of them.
So yeah,
100%.
so he lost. So 2 dicks lost their seat there. Oh,
Nicely done.
thank you.
All right, hitting play.
Democratic vote for a leadership in UKIP. Richard Brain won. Richard Brain was the leader. And then you had all of the bad elements of the party stomping the ground and kicking their feet.
Why is he calling him Richard?
I don't know. Why is he calling Dickie Richard?
Yeah, that's very disrespectful to Dick.
Yes. Just, use his dick.
Exactly.
He's known as a dick.
Use the dick. Dick dank.
Hitting play.
And throwing their toys out the pram because the vote didn't go the way that they wanted, and they didn't like the decisions that Brain was making, and they didn't like, oh, Batten did this, Brain did this, blah blah blah. It's okay then. Well, it was the outcome of the Democratic vote. A Democratic vote happened and it didn't go the way that you wanted. You sound like fucking Remainers. You sound like Remainers. When a Democratic vote didn't go the way that you wanted, so you...
Genius. It is. It's like the Farage being a traitor thing.
Yep.
Even the Brexiteers are calling
Yes.
other Brexiteers Remainers.
Oh, I'm so here for this.
It is. I mean, this is where you get when you allow public policy making to be dictated by wankers like Count Dankula.
Yes.
This is exactly where you end up.
Yeah.
I was about to say up shit creek without a paddle. We don't even have a boat. We are literally drowning in liquid filth.
Every time he talks.
Yeah.
But, yes. This is nonsense. This is great. Okay.
You're going to do everything in your power to subvert and fuck things up just because you didn't get what you wanted, right? You're just like Remainers. That's what you should become, right? And there's a bit of a fucking embarrassment. And you still have...
I love it. You're a Remainer. You're a Remainer. Remainer.
Exactly. Everyone is the meme. Everyone I don't like is a Remainer. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And not just that, but Farage literally said before the election, the guy you were just going on about how great he was and all that shit, that if it was 52-48 against leaving, that he would not stop. Yep. So clearly he is not in favour of democracy either, unless it goes his way, in which case then it's absolutely sacrosanct and must never be tampered with in any way whatsoever.
Well, I think I'm getting the gist of this. I don't want to listen to 20 more minutes even on this speed. But is it basically he doesn't like where the party's going, so he's picking up his marbles and going home?
I believe so.
All right. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
All those people wasted their money.
Yeah,
Didn't you tell them it was a grift when they did it? Didn't you make a video telling them it was a waste of their money?
Yeah. Not just that. I did, yes, absolutely. And stand very much still correct. But I like the idea. Now, I don't like UKIP, obviously, but it would still be funny if this took place. Dankula leaves. Carl leaves because Carl is basically...
He's a Tory now.
Is now, how can I say this, linked via the tongue to the anus of Count Dankula. He will leave as well in the same way that he followed Dank into the party or follow him out. Then those Brexit people migrate over, the Brexit Party migrate over to UKIP, and UKIP go back up in the polls the instant that Carl and Dankula leave.
I would love that so much.
That would be amazing. If they overtook the Brexit Party.
No, even if they got 2%.
Yeah.
Even if they got 2%.
Yeah, they've skyrocketed by comparison to where they were when you were in there. So you ruined it, and the second you left, it went back up again.
Yep.
You're the common denominator of shitfuckery.
He is the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
I thought this was entertaining. Quote, impeachment is not only dumb, it's boring, unquote. I don't know if that's an actual quote, but it's quoted there. Fox News host Tucker Carlson is covering impeachment by loudly ignoring it. So he's just like, nah, I don't want to cover this because I don't like it. This spoiled white boy.
I hope Tucker Carlson gets cancer.
Oh, I don't think that's a cool thing to say.
Okay. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, it's fine. Oh, this is entertaining. If the Joker met Peterson article, if Joker met Jordan Peterson article is real, it's about how Peterson would tell the Joker to clean his room instead of killing people all the time.
I hope the Joker gets cancer.
In Minecraft, in the comic books.
In Minecraft.
All right. What if Jordan Peterson met the Joker? Imagine Dr. Peterson working as a psychologist at Arkham Asylum, where Joker spends most of his time when he's not killing people. If Joker was Jordan Peterson's patient, how would the real-life psychologist analyze the fictional psychopath?
Well,
he would
just go and read how Young would do it, and that's probably how he would do it.
I can't. All right, okay, I'm going to read this line. I'm going to try not to laugh. First of all, Dr. Peterson would diagnose Joker with a severe case of nihilism. It's not a condition.
No.
It's not a condition. The dictionary defines nihilism as a rejection of moral principles in the belief of that life is meaningless.
Which is correct.
It's not a condition. What's these things? Responsibility is key. This is just so on brand for Peterson fanboys.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, then we've got Donald Trump. You saw this.
I did, but this is... Actually, it's not as fun as it may at first appear.
The ending is fun.
The ending is fun, but it's not... The whole story isn't actually as cool, because these people are garbage, but the people heckling them are arguably bigger garbage.
Yeah, but watching garbage fight garbage is entertaining for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Especially
and did you see his girlfriend stepped in and defended his honor?
This is the one that... I don't want to, like... Whatever, however people have their relationships, but isn't this the girlfriend he had after that we had an affair with, and is...
I believe so.
Yeah. So she's going to lecture people about, like, responsibility, moral responsibility.
When all she was doing was riding a married man.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Like, I just don't be on the conservative Christian side and be a hypocrite. That's what I'm calling you out for. Yeah, that's what I'm calling you out for.
No, I'm also calling you out for being a homewrecker, but wives.
It's okay. Listen. Hey, guys. It's still America. It's okay. We're willing to hear them. They're usually not willing to hear us.
Oh, by the way.
So I asked a simple question.
Do you know why there weren't any protests by people from the left in that room?
Was it because they were banned?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it was.
Free speechers who won't let people into their event.
No. So they're banning people from the left, they're banning people from the right. Yes. It's almost like they want their nice little safe space where people just agree with them.
I saw on Twitter that Ben Shapiro, I think it was, insulted Candace Owens.
I want to see a boxing match between them because I want to see Ben Shapiro get hurt.
Is this another YouTuber on YouTuber boxing match?
See, no, but I'd watch that shit. Because Ben Shapiro would lose, and that would be hilarious. And he'd just go, well, that's just another example of black violence. Oh, God.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Even though he put himself in the ring and was smacking, he was trying to go for her.
She's anti-Semitic. She's attacking me.
Boxing match that we're
she's
discussing.
Attacking me. So and I'm a Jew. Did I mention I'm a Jew? So therefore it's anti-Semitism. And she's like, racism doesn't exist.
Yes. I don't remember hearing about, police brutality growing up. I think she actually said that.
Well, she literally said that she'd never experienced racism in her life, even though she took her local council or whatever it is, whatever the equivalent is in America, to court because the mayor's son was racially harassing her.
And that's, of course, going to be in the public record. So, oh gosh, she's such a liar.
Yeah, she's a lying piece of shit.
All right. So he assumes, of course, that these are people who are on the left that are doing the heckling.
They're not. They're white nationalists.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she's triggered, Don. Thank you for advertising this.
Because
Donald Trump Jr. is literally in 2015 still.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. He still thinks that that's a funny meme and very edgy. Yep. All right. Sorry, the play and pause button is in a different spot here. That's why it's a little bit delayed.
New women created and owned businesses a day in the United States of America.
So this is when she goes off on the audience.
Alone. Those are the facts.
And people are yelling at her.
Even The View couldn't dispute that. They said, well, we like the jobs. People have jobs.
It's just shouting at her.
It shows sort of the level of hatred in that media that we keep talking about, but it is so important because it's still the filter by which everyone gets their news. It's because people hijack it with nonsense looking to go for some sort of...
Okay, so we should also describe why they're so upset, because I don't think people necessarily understand why the crowd is shouting at them.
Because they were told there would be a Q&A and they wouldn't let them ask questions.
Yes.
Because they're so free speech.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope cancer gets Donald Trump Jr.
In Minecraft.
No, but you see what I did there? Because I was saying he's worse than cancer. Oh. So he would be infecting cancer with himself.
Oh, right. Got it. You did I see what you're saying. I thought you it was chasing him.
I wouldn't mind that either. Again, I would pay to watch it.
Or he was chasing cancer. I don't know. But anyway, so yes, this is the
Is
whole
Cancer
point.
married? Because his girlfriend might fucking chase it.
I also heard reported that this was supposed to be a 2-hour discussion. It went 20 minutes. It just shut it down and went over to the book signing.
Not a bad description of my lovemaking technique. Oh yeah. 2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven. So.
It's business time.
Yeah, I'm down. Well, you know when I'm down to my socks. That's business time. That's what they call them, business socks.
Love the flight of the Concords. That evergreen. Okay, so more of the heckling.
Nonsense, spreading hate to try to take over that room.
No,
and that's the real issue with the room.
No, it's because you're not making your parents proud by being rude and disruptive and discourteous.
I wonder if your parents were proud when you were found out to be fucking a married man.
Yeah, that was.
I wonder if Mummy and Daddy, whatever her name is, let's call her Jones. I have no idea what her surname is. I wonder if Mummy and Daddy were like, "That's our daughter, riding a married man in front of the fucking country."
Again, it's the hypocrisy.
Yeah,
it's the hypocrisy that we're really
it's not just the hypocrisy. It's the fact that if someone's married and they're not, if they're not separated. Look, obviously you can be pre-divorce, of course, but if you know someone's married, you don't fuck them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That seems like a fair moral balance. If they're separated and they're obviously not going to get back together with their ex or whatever.
I'm trying to remember how things ended between them. But anyway, yes. So her lecturing is just...
presumably not enormously friendly.
No, look at Charlie's face, by the way. Look at Charlie's face.
I would, but it's so small. I can't really see what's happening there.
There we go. Oh, how do I make the video bigger? There we go.
It's not just that, but the shade, the fact that she stood up there is throwing shade on the side of his face, and appropriately makes him look like some sort of drama scene.
I actually want to go back and just watch his expression.
Okay, we can, but what?
Okay, go ahead.
I was about to say, Charlotte, that would the freeze frame we had before. That's been in the drama story of Charlie Kirk's life when he zooms in and goes,
yes.
"This was the moment I realised I'd fucked up."
Yes, I think that's the thought that's going through his head. So let's watch it happen.
No, that's the real issue with the room.
Camera cut. There we go.
Proud by being rude and disruptive and discourteous. We are happy to answer your question.
Oh, and then the crowd gets really loud. Okay, here we go. I have no idea what's going on there. Oh. They're leaving to go to the book signing and they're getting through.
I consider any impeachment...
Shut up, Lindsay. Oh, that is so
I consider any impeachment to be a degradation of the society. Blah, 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 blah.
I refuse to read the evidence because I'm just a juror.
I hope cancer refuses to infect you. It doesn't want to be sullied by being inside your body.
There you go. All right. What was this that you were... Oh, was that this? I bookmarked it. I think that's the video. Oh no, this.
No, that's no. If you click on that link, the Wayne Bailey or whatever, it's that one. It's now unavailable. Okay, but basically that was a guy who had been was going to be standing for one of the seats for the Brexit Party that now has been stood down and won't be getting his money back. Was literally hooked in at UKIP and said, "Oh yeah, there are loads of Brexit people who might be coming over to you soon because we've been betrayed by Nigel Farage."
Oh.
So, yeah. But that's been removed now, so I don't know if there was, potential legal problems because of political collusion or something. I don't know how that works. But, yeah.
Can we just laugh again? I know this is current polling compared with 2017. 2017, Kevin. And here's UKIP at 6.
UKIP's not even there anymore.
No.
Oh, my word. No. Good Lord.
Gone.
And as you can see from the Brexit Party, there's clearly like a Brexit Party / UKIP base there.
Yeah, it's a Nigel Farage base.
Yeah, they're not voting for UKIP.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
Again, look, worth pointing out, just for a second, there's a narrowing there between Tory and Labour. If that continues, as I expect, I think he probably will to a degree, but we'll see anyway.
We'll see if people come to the bigger parties, as it goes on. All right, so this is it.
Yeah, well, actually, the interesting... sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off there. But the interesting thing is the fact that the Lib Dems, they thought they had a winning strategy, just go full Brexit,
hard
Brexit.
anti,
and it really hasn't worked at all.
No.
It's almost as if you're doing the thing of wanting to become like sort of a centre-leftist party and do the proper Brexit thing, attacking the actual left-wing party isn't going to get you there, because the people you're trying to win over don't necessarily like it when you kind of come across as a Tory twat, especially when you've got a history of being in coalition government with the Tories. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting because the dotted line here, I think, is the previous election now that I'm looking at it. So the Tories are well under where they started last time. And Labour is tracking actually pretty close.
Well, because that's the thing. The
where they were last
smears
time.
against Corbyn work, but during an election campaign, people get to look at the policies and go, actually, yeah, we like that. That's what happened before, and I expect that's what will happen this time. The policies generally are quite popular.
I think people are also more likely to give an answer of a third party before an election. And then election...
When you actually get into the vote, you're like, oh, I don't want to vote for this because, I mean, I don't like either the Tories or Labour or whatever particular way you want to go with it, but I don't want to let the other party in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So there might be kind of a rallying to the home party effect. The Lib Dem line is impossible to see, but they look about similar. I mean, actually, they look higher than they were at this point in the campaign, but I can't tell.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. The Lib Dem line is actually basically on line with the blue line. It's much further down.
Okay.
Do you see? So where the blue line is tracking, that's the
Lib Dems last
line.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, down here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's the Lib Dems.
Yeah.
So they are significantly above where they were.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the numbers since the campaign started, they've gone down. They've been squeezed. Yeah.
All right. Well, yep. This is the guy who got arrested.
The balloon slasher.
Yep.
Makes it sound far more violent than it actually was. The balloon slasher.
Oh, but...
Not like human slasher.
Yes, okay. The balloon. Yes, definitely a balloon. Sorry, let me put the text up a little bit because he won't be getting the $40,000 he raised on GoFundMe because he broke the rules about supporting criminal activity.
By the way, that picture on the right, I dated a girl who looked like that.
This one?
Yeah.
All right.
And then now that's what I look like. So
I think, I had one other video of him getting arrested, and I'm really bummed. I feel like
No, you did. You already showed us it.
No, I had two.
Oh, you had two. Hang on. So what else was the? Hang on, but we already saw it. So what?
No,
what
we
extra
only saw one.
Was there a fucking musical number
this one
halfway
was
through that we missed?
Oh, actually, he was shouting. He was shouting something. Let me go to search.
Oh.
And that was cute.
I want to see the little fluffy dog.
I think I put Trump baby last time.
Oh, yeah, the Labour Party. Yeah, again, the right wing are so pro-democracy, they've hit the Labour Party with 2 DDoS attacks in 2 days.
You know, we're going to get to the point where we just put up Twitter and refresh latest tweets, and that's where we do our show. It's going to be so hard to keep up. Yeah, this one. All right, from a distance.
Man who stabbed Trump baby balloon is pushed into a cop car.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, sorry. Let me go back. And then I don't want to go into the tweet. You guys can kind of see it from here. And the volume is fine. Here we go. He's yelling Trump 2020. He's yelling Trump 2020 as he's getting pushed into the police van. Muppet. Yeah, just admit that you're the vandal and then tie it to your candidate. Brilliant.
Yeah, I thought the Conservatives were all about private property. Up in there.
Until.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
but
also...
the private property hurt his fifis, so we had to stab it.
Yeah, this I thought was some good news. Hey guys, how about some good news? There are several moves in several states by Democratic Party people to challenge the election laws, the voter suppression laws, and in key states as well. But you're in my way, Kevin, so I'm going to have to move it out of the way. In Georgia, Texas, and Arizona, coalitions of Democratic groups are challenging state laws that will list Republican candidates first in any given race.
Oh, wow.
Social science...
That's unbelievably fucking shoddy in terms of democracy, isn't it?
Yes,
They're
because
always going to be listed first.
yeah,
aren't they?
social science research has found that a candidate listed first on a ballot can benefit by as much as 2.5%, through what researchers call the primacy effects. Essentially, given the history of Republican efforts at voter suppressions in Georgia, the result of the last election should not determine who wins the next one. But yeah, this is a kind of bull stuff that Republicans pull in order to rig the elections. They're not for democracy. They're about preserving a white supremacist power structure. That is their modus. That is what they live for. That's what their entire political agenda is driven toward. And it has been for the last 45, 50
but I mean,
years.
you say you're against white supremacy, which clearly means you're against white people. The brain strikes again. The dickster.
Yes. You can kind of leave him off now. Like, we've had enough dick in this stream tonight, I think.
Can you ever have too much dick?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you need to sleep.
I think Plato asked that question first, didn't he?
By the way, this shit keeps going. We're only into like stuff from today. So at any point you get tired.
Sake.
What else did we promise? We promised Donald Trump Jr. and we promised Dankula. So we've done both of those, but I got more. Like this interesting result that came out yesterday, that Trump's approval rating among women has hit its lowest point in more than a year.
Miss Andre.
Yes, and also remember, women make up a greater portion of the population, voting population, because we live longer and we vote at a higher rate than men. Even though MRAs somehow blame women for turning out instead of blaming men for not turning out at higher rates. Don't get it.
Well, because women are to blame no matter what. That's literally the dynamic of the MRAs. Doesn't matter what happens, blame women.
It's always the women's fault. 37% of women said they approve of the job he's doing. 63% said they disapprove.
Again, he's got that 30 to 40% regardless.
Yep, but it is.
Oh, that's bad though.
Yeah,
that's a big drop.
That's bad. Yeah, the last time they asked, it was in November. I guess October to November. The impeachment. Yeah. I think women have a, because there's a theory that because women don't have as many positions of power, they're not in a position to be corrupted and are therefore less likely to be corrupt. Does that make sense?
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's like a crime of opportunity kind of thing.
But again, as with that article from before, men are just better at being corrupt.
Yes. So. You're not prejudiced against women when you say that.
Exactly. I mean, that's offensive to everyone.
And so, I think because...
Not sexist.
Yes. And people who are on the outside of power expect ethical behavior from people who have it. That's kind of it's what the system is built on. And so perhaps women are more sensitive to issues of corruption because we are more likely to see men in corrupt positions. We aren't more like, we don't often see women being done for bribery or what's it when you like steal money and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. That's pure speculation, but I'm just trying to figure out
fraud.
What I know from, fraud. Yeah, I'm thinking of, it's like a white collar crime. Embezzlement. That's the one. Yes, embezzlement. And so I think what I'm trying not to do is say, well, women are mothers and they want to set a good example for their kids, because that's the worst kind of crap.
Well, that's because, the women don't like it because they're clearly thinking about shoes and babies.
That's it. They're too busy. They don't like corruption with their shoes and their baby toys.
Exactly. Too busy thinking about makeup to see what a great job Donald Trump is doing, clearly.
I found the hero of our age, Kevin.
Please.
I found her. This is her. I have to pause her because it's a very short clip, but it has to be heard because it's amazing. I actually want to turn my volume up a little bit just to make sure that everybody hears her. Okay, here we go.
I get so drunk I don't know who I'm voting for.
I do hope she goes to the polls in a scooter drinking wine out of a Pringles can.
Yes, she would be my hero.
Yeah. I get so drunk I don't know who I'm voting for.
Can we just do it one more time?
But that's British democracy, and it's just treated with such casual disdain. Fuck it, who cares? I'll vote for some cunt who, I don't know, whoever.
I get so drunk I don't know who I'm voting for. I get so drunk I don't...
Maybe make that my ringtone.
Yeah.
That would be a good one for a political scientist.
Yeah.
But yes, I had to do some palate cleansers because the show is intolerable if we don't laugh our way through.
Yeah, basically, yes. Correct.
All right, cutie things. Kitty on a bike.
Oh.
Then he crashes.
Oh. Silly cat guy. Oh, well, a quick shout out. What's the opposite of a shout out? Anyway, the people who live near me who were setting off fireworks really loudly the other night can go fuck themselves.
Why?
Because they set Chopsy off.
Oh, did they?
Bless him.
Oh no.
Both Chopsy and Rory were fine when the fireworks were like far away. You could still hear them, but these ones, I don't know who it was. One of my immediate neighbours somewhere, because there are houses at the back as well, so it's not just like next door either side. One of them was relatively close because you could literally feel the shaking when it was booming.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were clearly very powerful and the sign of a very small-dicked arse. Anyway, yeah, and Chops was. I kept trying to calm him down, but he was like, "The world's going to end, isn't it, Kev? The world's going to end. I can sense it. I can sense it." And I kept saying, "No, it's not going to end. It's fine." And he said, "The world's going to end, isn't it? Tell me the truth, human. Tell me the truth."
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. And then after that, he was fine. He went to sleep.
Well, that's good.
Because that's what cats do. That's literally just what they do. I mean, He was knackered because he hadn't slept in a whole 2 hours, so he was in pieces, the poor thing. Yeah.
Oh, right. 2 hours without sleep. Oh, cat torture.
No, that was the joke I was doing.
Yes,
Jesus.
yes. I know. I was echoing it. All right, be careful. Look in the background, everybody. Do you see it?
Oh, is that a dog?
Yes.
Oh.
Should try to make this one bigger.
It's good balance.
Yeah. I'd say. So that was also worth sharing.
Yes.
I feel like we're coming to the end of the show because I don't want to do too much more crap after the good stuff. Oh.
Didn't you say we had more MAGA rapping?
Oh, we do. Yes, we have to get to the MAGA rapping because we did promise it. Okay, I'll scroll down. Like I said, too much. Oh, yeah, some woman, in order to not have her drink spiked.
Cup condom. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's necessary.
Yes.
There's your Tory guy getting booted.
That reminds me of I was thinking about this today. It's a thing I hadn't thought about for about 15 fucking years, seriously. I went on a date once. It was like a blind date that was set up. And I turned up, and the woman had, like, a friend with her. And I remember being really offended at first.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, I'm not a fucking rapist. But it didn't dawn on me till much later. They're like, well, yeah, but they didn't know you, Kev. You could have been. So, like, she turned up with a friend to be, like, chaperone for a bit. And then after, like, 2 hours, she suddenly realised she had to go home. So I was then left alone with the woman, and the date could continue. So basically, she was there in case I was a weirdo, and they could go, okay, we're definitely leaving now. Bye.
But one stayed behind? You fooled her.
Yeah, no, the one I was on the date with stayed, and her friend, like, once basically what had happened was they realised I wasn't a weirdo, and I could be, like, left alone for the date, and so she suddenly realised, like, I've got to go home now, so, like,
no, I was making the joke that
you are... See you too later.
You are a bit of a weirdo. It would have been a better story if the friend stayed and the girl that you were upset up with a date with went home instead. That would have been a better story.
No.
Why not?
Just no.
It would have been a twist.
It would have been a twist, but no.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
I'm only playing.
Oh, are you ready for some more rapping?
Oh, come on. Let's do it.
Now, we haven't done this guy, right? You don't remember?
No, this one's fresh.
Okay. All right. And also...
It's going to be some fresh beats. Some mad licks. Love it.
So we've kind of gotten over the peak. I think people are afraid to put up any more MAGA challenges. But there were some I dug out of the basement. And as well as people who did replies that were really good. So I've screened all of these because one of them was horrific. And I'm glad we did not do that on air.
Mm. Oh, was that the one you sent to me?
Yes. Yeah, I sent the most horrific thing I wouldn't put on air to Kevin.
I see. Yes, that was very, very bad. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw some of the replies, some of the anti-Trump ones, and they were very good. Because again, but the people who did that could actually rap. So even if the lyrics were shit, it worked. But
actually,
some of them amazing. And just for stylistic choices, nothing will beat the legitimate MAGA challenge one. The weird fucking racist Willie Nelson impersonator taking a shit.
That's your favorite?
That's my favourite, just for the stylistic choice. Even if he'd not made a sound with his face, just the style was amazing.
All right, I need a pause because we've been going for a long time, and I had cold spaghetti sat next to me, and I needed to take a bite.
Inexcusable.
I need sustenance. All right.
You don't really, do you? Come on.
This guy's
no
got
one really needs to actually eat.
No, especially not us.
No. No, I certainly don't. I could do with eating a great deal less, actually. But there we go.
Check out this guy. Is that like a fishing cap? What would you call that?
That's a sun hat for fishers, yes.
Yeah, with Trump 2020 on it.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Which means you are only going to catch very racist fish.
That's the only kind you'll take. All right. Yeah. Only white fish.
Hey.
Yay! All right. Here we go.
All right, nephew, I'ma break it down. Warren, Sanders, and Biden. Poor dems be deciding. Best of the worst has me crying, and Beth'll still be trying.
And Beto'll still be trying. He's so off the beat.
Yeah, he started, he missed the first beat and started like halfway through the second beat. What are you doing? Fuck's sake. Like, again, you could have just started again.
Yeah, just another take, mate.
Yeah.
Do 3. And
it's not a live show,
one.
is it? You can just go, actually, yeah, fuck that one up, okay, I'll start again. Or just say, I'm not very good at this, I won't do it.
But he wants to meet Donald. All right, here we go.
Yeah, but no one's going to meet Donald.
No, none of them.
It's never going to happen. You people are idiots. Fuck's sake.
True things were just said. Okay.
Yeah.
Collusion, pollution, so much confusion. Them's about the problems, not about solutions. Bernie Alejandro, free stuff's in the...
You like that?
That was, I'll be honest.
He got the vowel sounds going.
Yeah, that actually, it almost approached flow. Almost.
Yeah, but he did put in pollution.
He did, which doesn't really work at all. But even so,
he's got a.
We're really lowering the bar here. We're really lowering the bar.
We're looking for a positive.
Yeah, this was almost vaguely acceptable for a second there.
Yeah.
He started off badly, but he got into a little bit of rhythm. Let's see if he can reach a crescendo.
Okay, last 12 seconds. See what he can do for us.
An illusion.
So we're going to do that
straight away. Fucked it right up. I lowered the bar so far for you, dude, and you still managed to bollocks it up within 2 seconds of me doing so.
All right, so let's get the full effect of him dropping the beat. Or actually not fumbling the beat, I think.
Yeah, completely fucking bollocksing it up, yeah.
Has me crying, and Beth'll still be trying. Collusion, pollution, so much confusion. Them's about the problems, not about solutions. Bernie Alejandro, free stuff's an illusion. Racism, division, not America, I envision.
He just nods at the camera.
At least he didn't cross his arms.
Yeah. Oh, God. I know he's a Trump supporter, but part of me wants to go, come on, let's just go for a drink. This is not worth it, mate. This is awful.
Put the QAnon stuff away.
He literally just, instead of continuing, he just nodded at the camera.
Yeah.
Look at his little face. I want to stroke him like a cat.
Okay, Kevin, I want to stroke your face like a cat. 2019. All right, here we go.
Racism, division, not America, I envision. Shut off the television. Trump 2020, that's my decision.
See, again, that was almost okay at the end there.
You really are lowering the bar.
Yeah, there were a couple of... Yeah, obviously. This is...
He didn't talk about unborn children. And
he didn't. He didn't try and... He didn't do Red and Dead, or whatever it was.
No.
He didn't do any of that. He didn't do the, I'm a MAGA kid. None of that.
No, true. You're right. He's middle of the pack.
Yeah, he was
solidly middle of the
and there were a
pack.
couple of moments there where he, like I say, almost approached something vaguely akin to flow.
I'm going to have to call this out, Mr. Shawno. White bait. He's white bait with that fishing cap on.
Hey, white bait. Nice.
All right, now we're not going to listen to this whole thing because I haven't vetted a 2-minute song, but this guy's accent, I almost peed myself. I almost peed myself, and I lost it for a while, then I found it again.
Okay, I know you haven't vetted it, but if we come across one thing that's too much, then we'll stop.
It's 2 minutes long. So, okay, all right.
And?
I'm just going to say...
What fucking rush you in? What you got going on?
Yeah, that's true. This guy's consonants is...
What the fuck is he playing fucking countdown? What are you talking about? His consonants.
His okay, I'm just gonna play it and I'm gonna let you be the judge, Kevin, alright? This was his MAGA Challenge Border Wall song contribution.
Mate.
We don't want you coming here. We're gonna stop you at the wall.
What the fuck? What is this?
The wall!
Oh.
The wall! We're gonna
Not
stop you at the wall.
just that, but I like the fact it's Border Wall official song.
Yeah, like, you know, it's got the Vimeo, or the Vino, like,
But-
on it.
Yeah, but I mean, what
He made
organisation decides that?
Daryl.
The official.
Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl Inc.
Daryl
Yeah.
did it.
The Daryl Commission decided this was the official Border Wall song.
I got this far, and I had to stop.
that was how many seconds? 8 seconds.
Yes.
8 seconds. And
That
3
was
of those were the titles fading in.
I just listened to that 8 seconds 3
We're
times, and
gonna
I was
stop
done.
you at the wall.
Wow. I couldn't do it. It might be horribly racist. I have no idea. I stopped it there because it was A, offensive, and B, hilarious enough for me to just mock. Like I had gotten my tears out
He
of
sounds
that.
like Little Nicky.
Who? I don't know Little Nicky.
The Adam Sandler character.
Oh, I never watch Adam Sandler movies. Yeah, we're gonna stop you at the wall.
Yeah. No, I don't like Adam Sandler, but I've got family who are white trash, so I mean, I've watched some movies.
All right. So is that
And
like,
I do a show with someone who's white trash as well, but that's a different matter
what are the
entirely.
stereotypes of sort of white trash in your area? Like if trailer parks and cars up on blocks are...
Oh, having more kitchen utensils / machines in their garden than in their kitchen.
Right. Got it.
Severe drunkenness, constantly.
Yeah.
What else? Obviously a bit of racism. I think that's standard across the board, isn't it? For your white trash in every country.
Yeah.
Although, of course, bearing in mind what race the group is means that obviously, like I imagine white trash in Japan probably aren't as pro-Japanese or are far more pro-Japanese than white trash here. Anyway, you get the idea. What else? Yeah, they're kind of like American white trash, but without the religion.
Okay, fair enough. All right. And the Confederate flags, they just have...
No, they have lots of Union Jacks.
Yeah,
obviously.
okay. So that's a parallel.
The country has left them in interminable poverty, which means you shouldn't really be patriotic about that, but apparently they are. Yeah, they're garbage. Anyway, continuing with the wall.
Do we have to? All right, this is new territory for me. Content warning, I have no idea how offensive this is. It's already offensive because the guy's
We're about
obviously
to
a racist.
bust open Kristi Winter's Border Wall official song Virginity.
Yeah, it's a song
happening.
about keeping people out because he's a racist. So bear that in mind. Content warning.
No, he's not a racist because he just wants to build a wall.
Build a wall. Okay, here we go.
Fucking hell.
You will have no chance at all. Before you come, you better call. It's a worthless long haul.
Look, if you are just Mexicans ringing up Donald going, "Can I come round?"
It's a long haul.
Yeah.
After you make the call. God.
My favourite season in America is fall.
Well, he's got his rhyme scheme down.
Donald Trump's penis is
Small.
yeah.
I kind of had to reach for the note there. It was a little unexpected. Okay.
Yeah, you're almost vaguely human, which is not in keeping with this song at all.
My consonants are a little more well enunciated. Right, I'm gonna go.
Long haul. You'll be surprised it's very tall.
You'd be surprised. It's very tall.
He
Is that what
literally
he
is.
said?
Yeah. I don't think anyone's that surprised. It's a fucking wall.
It's not like, you know, a speed bump.
Yeah. It's not. No, it's not a line of Lego bricks, you dozy bastard. No, it's meant to literally be a physical barrier.
It's tall. It's a tall wall. Tall.
He's literally okay. I want to see what other words he's
You
come
can
up
rhyme
with.
at this point. All right, this is a
The
challenge.
rhyme with wall.
All right, here we go. See how long you can keep this rhyme scheme going. All right, I have to go back now because we might have missed an all sound. All right, here we go.
You can't get under if you crawl. You can't get over if you climb.
Ooh, there he's changed it.
There's people watching all the time.
Oh, he's gone to the I sound.
We're gonna stop you at the wall. You will have no chance at all.
I might just go on and on like
Not
this.
only high, it's very long.
Not only high, it's very long.
Oh, this man's a genius. This man is a genius.
He wants to sing this at Trump rallies, Kevin.
Imagine the look on Donald Trump's fucking face if he went to the White House and sang this song for it.
He'd be so happy in his
He
races.
probably would.
Okay. And he would get dragged all over.
Yeah. Imagine the face of a normal person if a supporter turned up and sang something like this for them. Holy shitballs. Anyway, so what's he going to rhyme with long? Song?
Oh, well, let's find a thong. It's got to be
Ping
thong.
pong?
Let's see what he does.
There is no way to get around.
Oh, completely different direction.
You say you have some next of kin. No matter what, you can't come in.
Wow, what a white supremacist piece of shit Daryl is. Even family, because, wait a minute, isn't that how Melania's family got into the United States?
And literally Donald Trump is an anger baby because that's how his mother got to stay.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So we should boot out Melania and Donald. Wall.
Yeah. Although the problem is, if you boot Donald out, he's coming back to Britain. So, I feel like on a selfish level, you should kick him out because we don't want him.
I'm going to have to call this line out from Morag's dad. Climb too quick, you'll clip a ball. That was my accent.
That's genius. That is good.
Okay, all right. I have to run a show here. I can't see through the tears. Okay, hitting play. Yes. You broken me. Yes, this guy broke me. All right. Why do I keep going back?
Where would you stay? What would you do? We can't take care of all of you.
What a piece of shit this guy is.
We're gonna stop you at the wall.
The wall.
You will have no chance at all.
What's he going to do about all those Canadians who are in the United States illegally on their tourism visas?
Build a wall.
Oh, but they're white, Kevin.
Yeah, okay, build a white wall. Whatever.
I have a good answer. I didn't play. Ah! What are you doing? Go. Why isn't it playing? I think it's done. It's just done. It won't go anymore, Kevin.
No, it's not.
I don't know what's happening.
I need to know what happens. It's epic. It's like fucking Homer or the Iliad or some shit. We need to know.
Honestly, it won't go. Did I mute it? No?
No. It just won't play.
Is that the end of the song?
Refresh.
Maybe that's the end of the song. Oh, I'll have to.
No, you still got like a fucking minute left.
I would just be
so. Refresh.
It would be so boomer if he actually just left 30 seconds of silence.
That would be amazing.
Oh, see, now I gotta go all the way down. I should just.
That's what she said.
This. Sorry, I have one other awesome cat thing to show people. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Wait, I'll stop again. You don't really need the sound for this one. But...
No more. Bastard.
That's a genius. Dickhead. Open.
Cats are dicks. Confirmed.
I need that cat.
I love the
he looks around.
attitude.
He looks around like, what the fuck are you doing?
Stop
Believe
it.
this guy? Can you fucking believe this guy? Open.
No, open.
I'm like, you fucking.
And now,
close.
this is when he's pissed. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm done with this. I am done with this shit. I'm opening
Yeah.
both
1,
windows, motherfucker. Get off your ass if you want.
Exactly. Don't fuck with the king. I'll
No.
open all these windows. Bitch.
So yeah, I'm glad we
Anyway,
refreshed.
we need to know what happens to the wall.
The wall
It's
ball
not very
guy?
tall. It's very long.
You have to go around. I don't know. I lost the thread. Sorry. Okay. All right. We're back to. We've got Dopey here. This guy is awful, but he's got great bars. So, okay. Here's the wall guy.
The official border wall song.
I'm fast
Except no imitations, no unofficial shit. Only the official.
I think we were circa here. So we'll see how it goes.
At best you might end up in jail.
No, they wouldn't end up in jail.
Go back home and tell your friends.
God, he's such a racist piece of shit.
This is where your journey ends.
What if they're going to Canada?
No shoes on your feet.
Oh, okay, poor shame.
Where would you sleep? What would you eat?
Really, we have to listen to this, Kevin?
Yeah, that went weird.
It's just all racism now.
Yeah, that just went a bit weird.
It's poor shaming, basically.
Well, yeah, but the start was brilliant.
Yeah, and there are
It came with every word that rhymes with tall in the dictionary. So well done to him.
And then he ran out of material, so he just went for pure racism.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember this next one too much, but if it's in the list, it must be. Oh no, this guy I think is cringy. All right.
We'll see. Dang on, which ones haven't been?
Well, there are some. There's some good rebuttals. And this
Yeah,
one
but the originals are all cringy as fuck.
Yes, absolutely. So
Call my dick climate change. Will never ever be not funny.
Forever and ever.
Forever.
Did you get? I tagged you into it. Did you get a pic? Oh no, we've got the picture. Someone saved the picture. You should put that in our happy hour mix.
Yeah, call my dick climate change.
Yeah, that image.
Amazing. What a line. But he doesn't even do anything with that. That would have been really funny if he'd like finished it off. Like that could have been
That's
like
what she said.
Hey, that would have been really funny if he'd pulled out and come on her tits. No, that would have been it would have been actually quite good if he'd just actually had like a punchline to that. Mm-hmm. Like as I've suggested people do comedically using the hashtag call my dick climate change.
Well, it's like the guy, the other kid who's like, not except Ashley, she's my bitch. What?
Yeah, that was fucking mental. What the fuck?
So something about teenage boys and their penises.
Okay.
Certain teenage boys.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
But I'd just say that sounded weird because you were just saying there's something about teenage boys and their penises, as if that was like.
Well, they talk about it.
All I'll say is someone could edit this show and make you sound really bad.
All right. Well, then it's a good thing we have the context of me going the wall instead.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't make you look like you're trying to get some young strange.
Well, 19 is legal.
19 is legal.
Okay.
That is correct, Krista.
All right, I'm going to hit play before this goes anywhere else.
They are free. From Los Angeles, Sanctuary City. That's where I be. I love America, the home of the free. I love America from sea to the sea. I love America, the place where I be. I love America, it's good to be free.
He put free twice.
Yeah, free twice is shit. But actually, by the standard of most of these, that was.
Yeah, he's
that was
middle
passable.
Of the pack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Sorry, that was my drink.
Yeah, I know. It sounded like in the ocean.
It sounded like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, when I cry, like everything. Yeah, I have to try to hydrate myself. All right. Anyway, hitting play.
How much are you crying? You're fucking drying
buckets.
out.
buckets. Okay, here we go.
It's good to be free. Walked away from the myth and hysteria. All the fake news is getting more scarier. What's the truth? I only see barriers. They speak for me, but don't live in my area. These aren't morals. This is insanity. Give me logic, not this calamity.
Logic, calamity, don't really go together.
No.
No, like he's met the bar, like he actually can do some rap. So now it's about the content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, this is like Dancing with the MAGA stars. Where are the judges?
Well, Sean Spicer literally did Dancing with the Stars, so I mean...
Oh, did you see what happened with that too? God,
No.
again. All right, so when voting was going on, Donald Trump tweeted out something about, please support Sean, he's doing a great job. Then the results came in, and he got booted off. Trump deleted the tweet and wrote, "Good try, Sean."
Oh, fuck it.
He deleted his tweet supporting people voting for him. He won't even associate with a losing game show contestant.
That is such a fucking
True story.
insecure,
Yes.
thin-skinned piece of shit. God damn. Like, that's
True
so
story.
embarrassing. What a loser.
True
Fuck's
story.
sake. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me facts, not this profanity. We're taking back our values and family. They try
Hang
to
on.
confuse.
Why is profanity not... Why is that unfactual, necessarily?
Again, he's
That
going for rhyme,
Einstein
not
giving
concept.
Einstein giving a lecture whilst using the word fuck every 10 seconds is still factual.
And funny.
And that would be hilarious.
Especially where he'd put the fuck.
Yeah. And he's saying it in a German accent, so that's going to be hilarious.
Even better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Violent, sexy dancing. There we go.
Lots.
Fucking hell. I've got the coordination. I was a good cricketer. I could play football. And now I'm just this fat old man who has no control over his external limbs whatsoever. External limbs? What internal limbs have you got, Kev? Anyway, my limbs are just flying
Your
everywhere.
extremities.
There we go. Them ones.
I heard what you meant. Okay.
You heard what I meant? You're hearing things.
I heard what you meant.
That's a very American phrase, because that doesn't really make any sense.
It's
That
when
means-
you say the wrong word, but the other person understands what you intended.
Yeah, exactly. You understood what I meant. You didn't hear what I
No,
meant.
but it's a play on it because you said the wrong
Because
word.
Americans are wrong. Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're supposed to be the one who loves language. I like that phrase.
I do love language, but I also love talking shit.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you've noticed.
Yeah, you do a lot of that actually.
Oh,
On this show, we both talk
factual
shit.
burn.
All right, are we ready to hear the mega?
Hang on, who said Kev walks on his nipples? What?
Kev walks on his nipples. Can you?
Mr. Sean in the chat. I don't know. It's one of your chat. I don't know. What?
You do the worm?
I've got a worm.
That wasn't what I asked, but okay. Hitting play.
There is no order, just a cameraman reporter. Looking like socialist disorder. Time's getting shorter. We're stuck in the past, now we're never moving forward. Let's get past all this hate. Never hesitate to make America more great. Let's educate. Our mind will start to wake, and we won't depend for food on a plate. I love America, the place that I be.
This is his
I love
hook.
America, the home of the free.
Where he uses free
America from
twice.
city to sea. I love America, so good to be free. I said, I love America, the home of the free. I love America, the place where I be. I love America, it's good to be free. I love America from city to sea. Inspired by Trump and Kay West, making me want a girl like Candace. I don't know, I'm
Candace Owens gets a shout out.
Well, other than the overuse of free, that wasn't dreadful.
No, his
And
hook.
it wasn't nearly as racist as many of the others.
No, and he's not talking about abortion.
No, he's mainly going, the press and socialist distortion, which is nonsense,
yeah.
but it at least isn't, offensive.
Yes.
So, I mean, okay.
No, I know that this is awful, but we've seen so much worse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Well, I mean, again, we're setting the bar. Basically,
How dare
we're
you?
asking...
How dare you?
Yeah, we're asking people to do the hurdles over a bar that's on the floor. So, I mean, it's not... Yeah, we're not asking much.
It's the first limbo step.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that pressing. Yeah.
Basically, yes.
All right, so oh my gosh, we've got another minute
But
of
that's the
this.
thing, that guy's from California, so clearly even though he's a Trump fan, he's like a libcuck Trump fan, so...
Yeah,
he didn't do overt racism, so I don't feel like he's ever going to get invited to the White House by Trump.
Yeah, he doesn't make the cut. He's not white supremacist enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hit play.
Being honest, but you should know the light's upon us, and these chains no longer on us, and the future falls upon us. There is no one.
Okay, you can't write us.
Multiple times.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's cheating. That's just lazy. That's lazy writing. Okay.
Just ourselves, we got to stay up. Democratic hate what they gave me. Just control and emotion.
Did you say democratic?
I think so.
Yeah.
Dude, do another take.
Exactly.
Do another take. Don't do a first take.
Yeah.
They use my vote. Where have you been lately? They disappear. My city's still crazy. The education doesn't even pay me, and the free stuff is making them lazy. I'm not a Nazi. Please don't hate me. I just want some safety for my baby. I love America, the home of the free. I love America.
I think we get the idea.
Yeah, that's the hook. So, and then he closes with the hook.
I mean, that wasn't horrific.
All right.
Well, it was, but it was by comparison less horrific.
Yeah, it's not as cringe as the other ones.
No.
This guy's got a bad message, but he's got probably the best bars of all the pro-Trump people I think we've seen. There's one other guy who was really good and a woman who had some good bars, but I think this guy, actually, I only picked him because I was impressed with his flow.
But that defeats the object. We want to watch crap.
I agree, but can I just give him a little bit of time here?
Oh, okay.
Oh, but he's got terrible sound. Don't talk, Kevin.
I don't even want to talk if you ain't talking patriotism. And now I'm out here on a mission, spreading common sense and trying to end all the division. They had no sense of self, and so they push collectivism. Thinking for yourself is the best form of mental health.
So that was it. But he's really good.
That was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's total bollocks, but it's okay.
Agreed. Oh yeah, and then
Snoop.
yeah, someone shared this for the challenge. So
Snoop Doggy Dogg. Little retro cut for you there.
Mm-hmm. So this isn't his submission. Someone else just put it in on. It was really good, so I'm gonna hit play.
Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. We ain't voting for your punk ass. Go get you a new hairdo, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald.
That's Snoop.
That's
Snoop.
That is Snoop. That literally is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you're gonna get. All right, here we go.
Oh God, is this guy cradling his balls? Oh, it's a bad start.
I think this is after.
That's either a really bad start or an amazing start.
Might have to go full screen for this guy. Oh, look at this. He's got Sarah Palin. He's got a bunch of right-wing books back here.
He's got a Donald Trump book, which is definitely one.
Ghostwritten.
How many? Yeah, I was about to say, how many of those books were actually written by the people on the cover of those books?
0.
Yeah.
The percentage UKIP currently has in the polls.
Yeah. Well, someone said to Trump when he said, "I've read my son's book," and someone said, "You haven't read it, and he didn't write it." So I mean, it's just a lie on both levels.
True.
Yeah.
True. Okay, let's see what this guy's gonna do for us. Oh yeah, I remember this now.
Oh no! Oh, it started already.
He tweets on the Twitter all day long, telling liberal Democrats where they have gone wrong. All the Trump supporters feel upbeat. Love to hear the Donald go tweet on Donald.
Oh.
Tweet on Donald.
Oh, fucking hell.
Donald Trump, make America great again.
Oh.
Every working man, every working chickadee, every working stiff who's a minority. The old white man, the big black bro, screaming at the rally saying, "Go Trump, go tweet on Donald."
Oh, this is AIDS. Jesus.
Trump, make America great again.
Just stop with the camera.
This is awful.
They did this whole video. It might give you motion sickness.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm about to fucking throw up.
Hold on. I'm trying to get to it. Stop, just stop.
Oh, that was fucking cancer. Oh my God.
Should I?
We have to listen to the end, obviously, but
we'll do it for a minute.
I think my toes now can't unclench.
I've got a really big screen as well. I am not watching this on a phone. All right.
Oh god.
This is like an 18-inch screen for my laptop because I work from such a distance. But okay, here we go. It's less obnoxious, but still obnoxious.
Why is the zooming thing happening?
Do it the whole time.
Leapfrog the media and the fake news stands. They called him a racist and a Russian too, but the Mueller report made them look like a fool. He tweets on the Twitter all night and day, unlike presidents who have nothing to say. America first is the base red meat.
Hang on, no. Unlike no, just because of the. I mean, for a start off, Twitter has only really existed in the age of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's unfair to call out, let's say, Grover Cleveland, for not tweeting.
Yes.
Because
he never did. Never.
Yeah, the Telegram was just a thing. That's literally true. But I mean, come on. Yeah.
Most people also have decorum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've got stuff to say. It's just they say it, in more than 140 / now 280 characters.
Yeah.
Because they've actually got thoughts that need to be expressed in more than 2 sentences.
Or those prior presidents, basically Obama, was mindful of the fact that everything he tweeted was basically like an official statement.
Yes, because, the president can make up policy on the hoof if he wants to. Because he's been elected as the executive branch of the United States federal government.
Yep.
So, you can start wars with tweets, in theory. So maybe take that with the level of seriousness that, you should. Maybe.
Mm. Are your eyes ready for the rest of the song?
Hang on, let me just
put on some sunglasses, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Does he know this is supposed to be a rap?
He doesn't, I don't think, no. Again.
He tweets build a wall, enforce fair trade, restore the military, he's never afraid. They shoot everything at him to steal his crown.
He was certainly afraid to go to Vietnam.
He's a billionaire with a business side.
They don't have a clue.
No.
I had to stop it because again, we have to take breaks with this, otherwise we're going to make people ill for the music and the camera work. But it's all just propaganda. There's nothing factual. And I live in a bubble.
But it must be factual because it's not profanity, as we learned in the last song. So
correct. That's the thing that's a big problem.
Yeah.
All right, we have like 30 seconds left, people.
And it's actually ironic that guy was having a go at profanity because Donald Trump swears.
Yes, correct.
Which I don't particularly mind, obviously, but in a president, maybe
there
not.
Are times and places for that.
Yeah, you're supposed to be sort of like a role model to children and things, so maybe don't swear so much.
Yeah, because you're going to be on television, and then all the anchors are going to have to cover that. Anyway.
Yeah, when you say like shithole countries, and then everyone has to read shithole countries in the news and stuff. Yeah, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, hitting play.
But he thinks and talks just like a regular guy. With taxes low, a border wall high, blue collar workers get a piece of the pie.
No, they don't. Wages are down.
Tweet on Donald.
Yeah, taxes are low for the very rich.
Yeah, the middle class got screwed. Oh, thank God it's over.
That was AIDS. That was absolute fucking AIDS.
This guy, just because he was so bad, I thought we'd go back. Can we just watch how bad he is? Because he is terrible.
Got my MAGA hat on, not worried about CNN or the squad. All you Trump haters out there don't know the power of this, the power to make demo rats. Flee to the waters, that's right.
It's all women behind me so far.
Not ashamed to wear it,
not
ashamed to put it on, to wear it out in public. It's like seeing all the liberals' heads explode. Look out, Jim Acosta, here it is.
That is... Jesus
I hope he's
Christ.
a Poe. I hope he's a Poe.
That was...
Alright, this I thought was cool. Did we see this when we did our show?
Hang on, what are we looking at?
The watercolor someone did for the Mega Challenge.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
I agree.
I don't know what else to say about that, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to the end. You get the full effect. All right. Oh God, this Remember that idiot we had before? This is his friend, I think. the teenage boys who do bad raps.
Oh, okay.
But then again, this might be a Poe as well. I can't tell. So
who knows? Who knows?
All right.
What's good, my fellow Americans? Are we ready to get this shit cracking?
You know,
from
you
main...
so wanted to say the N-word. You so wanted to say what's up my N-words. Definitely.
All right, here we keep going.
Man. My main man, Donald Trump.
This is why I'm thinking he might be a Poe.
Oh, this is weird.
It's the internet. You gotta have some skepticism.
There's got a beat behind it or anything.
Not yet, no. Not yet. Just wait.
Oh, does he get one? Okay.
Yeah. We taking over, baby. It's the MAGA Challenge 2019, 2020 for life, okay? Woo! Let's go. All right, drop that fucking track, DJ, please.
For fuck's sake. 2020 for life? What are you talking about?
It's only 1 year, people. And he's like, drop the beat. And then he presses play on his recorder. Did you catch that?
He's got a backroom staff.
Yeah, again, is he a Poe? I can't tell.
Drop the beat, me.
Yes, and his romance is like heavy breathing. That's it. My man. So, okay, here we go.
Let's go. All right, drop that fucking track, DJ, please.
He says please to himself.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Again, I don't know if he's a Poe.
What? The fuck is going on?
Yeah. Slimes for Trump. Let's fucking go.
This has to be
Donald Trump. Let's fuck in the butt.
Oh, then he goes and does a bunch of stupid stuff, but that part until he's just talking like adolescent crap. But that first part was amazing. So I had to show that. He talks about like balls and cocks and bums and stuff, and it's not edifying. It's like a 13-year-old boy. All right. So this next one, I gotta be a little bit quick here because no, go back. Oh, my thing is so sensitive. That's what she said. Okay.
You don't cough in your hand, Kristi, please. Come on.
Oops. No, that's the Fuck Trump song. Is that it? Oh yeah, this is actually the actual song. I don't know if you've heard it. Hopefully we won't get in trouble for this. But it's only a few seconds, so we'll see.
Donald Trump, fuck you. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump.
That's basically the song. So
yeah. No, because I remember the back when Vine was a thing. There was a popular Vine of a guy driving past like the back of a Donald Trump rally.
Oh.
With the windows down, blasting that as he drove past.
Love it.
And the Trump fans were not happy.
I bet they weren't.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this guy I've bookmarked.
Donald Trump, you're a spoiled man child with a big mouth. You're a fat louse. Yeah, you're a dump of a human with the mind of a monkey on a coke binge.
That's good. That's a great description. The mind of a monkey on a coke binge. Yeah.
This guy needs way more attention than he's gotten because he's only had like 600 likes on this.
Well, hook me in and I will retwizzle.
Yeah, I will. Okay, I'll actually do that right now. Oh, no. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind re-listening to that from the start, but I will retweet it right now. Retweet. Okay, so yeah, we're getting a little bit into the mix of responses now. So now that we know what this is, we can all be ready for it.
Donald Trump, you're a spoiled man child with a big mouth. You're a fat louse.
Reshare? Yeah. Can you reshare the screen? Because I can hear, but I can't.
Oh.
It's not.
Okay. So let me do that again. Sorry, I've got two windows open, and of course it pops up on the other window. Is that better?
That is perfection.
Okay, so hitting play.
Yeah, you're a dump of a human with the mind of a monkey on a coke binge, and we all cringe together. You're a beady-eyed, money-grubbing Grinch, sprayed orange. You're a grandpa with the love of the propaganda. You're a douchebag, Nazi loving, sexist, homophobic, gaping asshole. Flying high on your daddy's bankroll. Your hair hat looks like a doormat placed up on your chin fat with some little white tic tacs. Your hair hat looks like a house cat pouncing on a wet rat.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
There were two perfect lines in that. Your hair your hair hat looks like a doormat. Yeah. It's genius. And your hair hat looks like a wet cat jumping on a dead rat or something. It's just perfect. I love it.
So there you go. Shared.
Oh, that
guy deserves way more love.
Yeah, that was really good.
Than he's getting. So.
I mean,
this guy
is rap necessarily.
All right. So.
Oh yes, did you share this with me before?
I shared this around because last night I shared this because he actually has a YouTube channel. His name is 6 Seconds, and he is an amazing rapper, and he has actually a great video out right now that just totally stabbed me in emotionally in the guts because it's if you've ever had a breakup, you're going to be able to relate to this song.
We should get him on.
Incredibly talented. He's got
or is he too big?
He's too big. He's got 200,000 subscribers. Yeah.
Oh, that's not too big. Fuck that.
But this is amazing. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Far and away,
it works. He can rap.
Oh.
The rhyme schemes, I can't remember anything atrocious. So yeah, it works.
Yeah. All right. So welcome introductions to everyone to 6 Seconds. Go check him out on YouTube.
And by the way, that's also a perfectly fine description of my sexual technique.
By the way, it's spelled VI, and then seconds is in the word seconds. So that's how you spell it. It's not 6 seconds. It's VI seconds. All right. Here we go.
This is going to be fun. Maybe. Y'all wanted a MAGA challenge, but I don't give a fuck, bro. Trump talks shit and his mouth look like a butthole. Fart sounds when he talks in the mic. I ain't never been called a hard R so much in my life. Racist. Running mouth at the melanin, boy, do not try. That's why y'all getting beat up for acting funny at Popeyes. When niggas talk to president, I tend to keep my distance. How the fuck you running the country but couldn't run your business? You fucking Cheeto. Where the fuck are your tax returns? Y'all voted for this? I hope all of you bastards learn the country's in shambles from land to the water. Ain't you the same nigga that said that you'd fuck your daughter? Yikes, that Oval Office got a trash in it. Hope somebody snatch your toupee and wipe their ass with it. Separating people families, how you show you the man? I'm not surprised that your wife don't like holding your hand. And you got Kanye with the bullshit and Uncle Tom's is believers. Guess that's why I didn't like his last album either. And clicking the hashtag for this challenge, what a laugh. I'd rather hear all that garbage than a speech from his ass. I'm saying, my mentions about to be filled with lots of attitude. I'll wake up to the clip of when Terry Tate tackled you. Music to my ears, music to my ears. Please get to impeaching, we don't want to see him here. Orange, fuck your bullshit, provoke the snapping. If I die after this video, y'all know what happened. The block is hot. I can feel the fever. I ain't Epstein, but that nigga ain't kill himself either. They coming. The government is coming.
Hang on. Whoa. Why did he mispronounce Epstein?
You mean Epstein?
Epstein.
Epstein.
Do you remember that's a callback to last show when we had the British people on and they pronounced it. They tried to rhyme it with something else, and it was Epstein. I thought that's amazing.
Yep. So I think that's it.
Government is coming. They're gonna kill me, bitch. The government.
So there you go. That was it. Yeah. Speaking out for Trump might become dangerous. All right. Yes. Now this one, I have to hit pause. Where is the pause? Oh, I went down too far. That's what she said. All right. So this one, we can only watch a couple seconds of it. Well, kind of for the same reasons. I have to sometimes you can watch part of it, but then I know where to edit it. So this is another MAGA entry.
I can't hear that. Oh, there we go. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yes. There's only one Rickroll. It's gotta bring the Rickroll back.
Yeah, because it's not 2012. What the fuck?
You know what they should do is they should I think that was the end of it. Those are the end of it. That was yes. They should Rickroll with Pickle Rick though.
No, because then people will think it's an actual Donald Trump fan thing. Because the Pickle Rick people are fucking infuriating.
That's true. Well, no, just in general, instead of Rickrolling, you should Pickle Rickroll people.
Pickle Rickroll.
Yeah. I sent you the tweet for this, but I don't know if you actually watched this ad.
I don't think I did.
Okay. if every Democrat runs...
Is this the one you asked me the specific question that was a bit weird, that you probably wouldn't want me to repeat on air?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't watch it, but I just thought, I don't know what that means, so I'm just going to leave it alone.
Okay. If Democrats run ads like this all over the country, Donald Trump's going to be in trouble. So this comes from a woman who has been elected to Congress, and this is her, I guess, re-election ad. I hope we can get away with showing... I guess we'll do fair use and just, stop it in the middle of it if we have to.
Well, surely, yeah, but okay, why would they DMCA it?
True, we're getting even free advertising.
Yeah, exactly. Like, surely they want people to play it.
You think?
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
But YouTube is garbage, so who knows?
That is true. Also,
I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
I took that oath the first time when I was 17 years old and went to the Naval Academy, and took it again upon every promotion during my 20-year Navy career, and most recently now serving in Congress representing my district.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God.
It is making people sit up and take notice tonight that Elaine Luria has now joined 6 of her fellow freshman Democrats to call those actions, quote, an impeachable offense.
God help me.
Devastating news today for the Trump administration.
Critical new evidence tying President Trump to possible abuse of power.
So I am about to enter the office on which the duties of discharge I will well and faithfully take.
They should investigate the Bidens.
The president pushed 8 times for an investigation into Joe Biden.
So you did ask Ukraine to look into Joe Biden?
Of course I did.
This obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I bear.
It is very clearly an impeachable offense to me that the president enlisted the help of a foreign leader to conduct an investigation to malign his political opponent.
True faith and allegiance to the same enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all that.
I didn't come to Washington to impeach the president, but I also didn't spend 20 years in the Navy to allow our Constitution to be trampled on.
I will swear solemnly.
And people might say, well, why would you do that? You might not get reelected. I don't care because I did the right thing.
I do.
What do you think?
Okay. That was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
The reverse reading was a bit weird.
Yeah, I kind of thought so on the first
watching.
It was
a bit confusing, to be honest.
Agree.
But I get they're trying to say I do, but other than that, like I'm nitpicking.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
But it's very, very good, yeah. And obviously, you had to get in some baseball and a child on a swing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Americana! Yeah, of course.
But I think just hearing that oath was, for me, very powerful. Hearing her speak it in her roles as she's had over the course of her life.
Yeah, and obviously being a vet as well.
Yes.
And you say, look, I was in the Navy for fucking years. Mm-hmm. That's huge.
Yeah. And it reminds us of what it is that we're swearing allegiance to. It's not a man. It's a set of rules that we all agree we're going to apply fairly to each other. And that's what keeps domestic peace. That's what keeps us from war.
Well, that's what you declare allegiance to. I declare my allegiance to George Soros, peace be upon him.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say the Queen.
He's a bit of a queen, but let's not talk about that. That's between him and his man-boy child lover.
All right. I didn't like or retweet David Frum, but he did make the observation that both the PM of the UK and the President of the US owe their jobs in substantial part to Russian help, which adds difficulties to getting to the bottom of the Le Messier death. I don't know who that guy is, but in terms of Le
Messier, that's the who set up or helped set up the Whitecaps, and he was found dead supposedly via suicide, which is very strange. A lot of Vladimir Putin's enemies have random accidents or suicides. Yeah, in Turkey, in Istanbul. Yeah, but he's a British citizen, so that's complicating the situation, if that makes sense. Like, you would want a British Prime Minister who would want to seek out the truth and not necessarily be in the pockets of Russians, even though he's sitting on that Russia investigation file until after the election.
Did you see Hillary Clinton dragged him for that?
Yeah, she'd been in the UK with Chelsea doing like interviews and shit, and she absolutely fucked him over, which is
good.
Funny.
Like she's going to do anything nice for Putin. She's going to.
Well, indeed, yeah. But even without the information from that report, we know that the Conservative Party has had a huge influx of money from what they call non-domicile residents. They can be from anywhere, but if you've got enough money, you can basically live here. Although you're not like a full citizen, but you have a lot of rights, and you can donate to British political parties because you're a non-domicile resident of the country. And lots of Russian money has been pouring into the Conservative Party. Now, that could be perfectly innocent. It could genuinely be.
No.
But if you put 2 and 2 together and come up with 4, I don't think that can be surprising to anybody.
Yep. You want to hear some surprising reporting from Fox News?
Is this going to be like actual journalism?
Well, you might mistake it for such, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
Here's what else is on my radar this week. The president and the Constitution again. In nearly 3 years in office, President Donald Trump has spent federal dollars not authorized by Congress, separated families and incarcerated children at the Texas-Mexico border in defiance of a federal court order, pulled 1,000 American troops out of Syria, ignoring a commitment to allies and facilitating war.
Just time out for a second there. I'm with him in general here. I think he's making some good points. He didn't pull any troops out. There was literally not one fewer troop.
No, he moved them.
Yeah, he moved them. Yeah.
But what he said was he pulled them out of a place that we'd agreed with the Kurds that we would give them
but
protection.
He said, well,
I get what you mean. Yeah.
He did say he pulled them out of Syria.
The correction is noted.
Isn't true.
For the record, let the record reflect Kevin's correction.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's what they should get me as a fact checker on Fox.
Yeah, they should.
I would have no time. I would have no time to do anything else because they're always wrong about virtually everything. But if it pays well, I'll do it.
It's good to know you have your you got a limit there. It's pound signs at the end of the day.
Well, no, but also I'll be correcting Fox.
Oh yeah,
so
okay. You get paid to do that.
That seems like a worthwhile thing to do.
Yeah, you couldn't swear though, so that would be hard.
I'd have to come up with. I'll find archaic British swear words to say. So, you flibbert.
Did he play? You flibbert.
Against civilians there, and sent 2,000 American
Donald
troops.
Trump has shot the American Constitution.
That's kind of what the summary of this is. TLDW. So.
Saudi Arabia without a congressional authorization or declaration of war. He has also criminally obstructed a Department of Justice.
Sorry, time out. A point worth mentioning that he doesn't mention there. That Donald Trump bragged about he got Saudi Arabia to partially pay for it.
Yep, he got money.
That's not a good thing. That means that you're essentially hiring out the American military as mercenary soldiers to protect Saudi oil.
Yep. Nothing
Why is that a good thing?
Yep. It's money, Kevin. Money is good.
Yeah, well, no. it's not necessarily evil, but on this occasion, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Investigation of himself, but escaped prosecution because of the intercession of an attorney general more loyal to him than to the Constitution. The Constitution. At the outset of his presidency, Trump took the presidential oath of office, promising that he would faithfully execute his obligation to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. James Madison, the scrivener of the Constitution, insisted that the word faithfully be in...
We cannot go past him saying scrivener. That's genius.
Yeah, it's a good word.
Scrivener. You don't hear scrivener very often.
No, he is a judge, so he would have a reason to use it.
Yeah.
And he did.
True. Yeah, and not just that. He knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him talk on other stuff before and thought, this guy's trash. But on this occasion, he's basically correct so far.
Yeah, he's just reading facts.
Why was this allowed to be on Fox News?
Exactly.
did the controller fall asleep for a minute and think, oh, this is my chance to tell the truth? I can be a journalist.
Yep, they haven't driven him out yet, I guess.
In the presidential oath, and that the oath itself be in the Constitution, to remind presidents to enforce laws and comply with constitutional provisions, whether they agree with them or not, and to immunize the oath from congressional alteration. Recently, Trump referred to a clause in the Constitution as phony, and he thereby implied that he need not abide it nor enforce it, notwithstanding his oath.
Well, abide by it.
Yeah.
A slip of the tongue, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, but a little bit of truth on Fox.
Yeah, I mean, if he carries on like that, he will be fired.
All right. Kevin, I need you to read this because I won't be able to, because I didn't believe this was actually true. But can you read what the text is?
Oh, yeah, this was amazing. He gave a speech, and this is the most ridiculous thing ever. So this is what this Max Spiller of Tea, very good, you should follow that person on the Twitters. This is what they imagine is going on inside the earpiece of Donald Trump. But this is literally what happened.
Yes.
We'll show you the clip in a second. He says, "You can shoot me, but you'll have to kill all of us." Pause for applause. Earpiece guy. "No one's fucking clapping, you ridiculous monolith of dog shit. Fucking say something." Something.
That's exactly what happens.
But that's, yeah, I mean, we can't obviously hear the earpiece guy, but
you can just fill in the blanks yourself.
Yeah.
This is
it's
C-SPAN.
amazing.
All right.
It's amazing. What is
what is he thinking?
He's mental. Anyway.
This should be in an ad somewhere.
You can shoot me, but you'll have to kill us all. Something.
What is that?
What is he doing? Something. It's so weird. And not just that, but that was his fans going, "Why on? You'll shoot us all?" No, I don't want to get shot. What are you talking about?
Something.
That's amazing. Something.
It's never not funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I think now this morning.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know. Well, we've
been going nearly 3 hours, Kristi. Okay. This is ridiculous.
No, we can stop at any time now. This is another view of the jeering at the Donald Trump Jr. thing. Would you like to hear that?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. They're just brainless twits.
Yeah.
It's meaningless.
Like I say, it was, trash. Usually they go to USA.
Yeah, well, I think they had done that earlier. I'm just looking to see if there's any more kitties at this point. Oh, yes! I swear cats are part spring.
Yeah.
I
this
swear.
one. Yeah, I retweeted this one, I think.
That leap is amazing. Just the way, the nice tuck of the legs.
Yeah, exactly. There's no recoil.
No.
Just, there we go. Straight. Boom. Lovely stuff.
Okay, I think we're done.
Stuck the landing. Nicely played.
Yeah. All right. Then we'll just go midair.
Lovely. Anyway, so are we? Is this?
I'm exhausted.
Finished?
I think so. This is a bonus episode in terms of length. That's what she said.
Hey, I don't usually go 3 hours. Just saying.
But it flew by.
Very true. But don't expect this all the time. Usually it's the usual 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, we made the mistake.
Then I roll over and go to sleep. That's the usual. This is a special one-off for your birthday or something.
Yeah, we made the mistake of not going on air for 3 days. So.
Exactly, yeah. We waited far too long. It's been building.
And I actually deleted some things out of this. I think I accidentally deleted the van guy because I was looking for something else to delete.
The van guy?
Oh, sorry, when the guy got put into the van when he got hauled away by the police.
Yeah. Slasher. The Trump balloon slasher.
Oh, gosh. Wow. What a ride this has been. So.
Indeed.
I'd ask if you have anything coming up on your channel, but it's kind of been pointless lately because we've just been doing this.
Yeah, we've just been doing this. I'm too busy with being depressed at how shit my country is.
Oh.
Which is annoying, but, they're probably about to elect an idiot to be Prime Minister.
I feel you. Same energy.
Yeah.
I mean, not re-elect, but they did elect an idiot.
Yeah.
Johnson at least wasn't elected to,
No, but that means he gets incumbency for free, which is not great. But anyway, but look on the bright side. One day we'll all be dead, and none of this will have mattered.
Yeah.
So.
Got that to look forward to.
Yay.
All right, and on that happy bombshell.
I am a ray of sunlight.
Always. Thank you guys in the chat.
I mean, I can be very dangerous and give you skin cancer.
Oh, apparently. So according to Orion, the slasher guy claims it was good versus evil in a radio interview. Okay, so he's really got a skewed sense of reality.
Hang on, what's the balloon was evil? It's a balloon. I didn't know that inanimate objects were capable of that kind of reasoning.
Oh, Kevin, I wish sometimes you had been a defense attorney or some sort of attorney in court.
Yeah, it's a balloon.
It's a balloon, Your Honor. I don't see the connection. Is the balloon evil? Does the balloon stand for evil? How does slashing the balloon help good?
Exactly. I mean, okay, the idea of stabbing an evil person could be potentially good, but this is incapable of evil. It is a balloon.
It's an inanimate object.
Yeah.
In the shape of something that irritates you.
It has it literally doesn't perform any physical, emotional, or mental tasks because, just bear with me on this, it is a balloon.
Yes.
And therefore is incapable of any intent. Therefore, good and evil cannot factor into the situation because, again, not to be too pressing on the point, but it is a balloon.
Okay. I think that
I rest my case.
The people rest, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, people in the chat stop being, interesting because this show will never end. Stick around because next time it'll probably be on Kev's channel. His Skype has been flawless. The only Skype problem tonight, it was me.
Yeah.
So
user error tonight.
Yeah, yes. But, then you've got one when you cut me off accidentally. Right. So otherwise, go to Kevin's channel, subscribe to him. Thanks to the people in the chat for sticking around and watching all the way to the end. Get on with your lives now. And to people in the future, if you watched all the way to the end. Because honestly, the ends are almost the best bit. But now that I've said that, we're going to ruin this one.
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah.
That is what she said.
All right. So goodbye from me and goodbye from Kev. Say goodbye, Kev.
Goodbye, Kev.
You even did the pause when you did the bit.
I did the pausey bit.
Like a cat.
Yes.
Hey.
Pause. That's very clever.
Now I have to hit end. Good night.
Bye.